Astros clinch a playoff spot. There should be one in this folder.
Even when he be like, I remember no one say about it, I'm like, oh, dude, maybe she like, she don't even say, don't talk about it. I'm sorry, bro. I don't want to. Really care less. Like, I'm sorry, bro.
Welcome to the field, the Desert Edge Scorpion.
When he got his stuff back from her, she put a pair of sweatpants in it or what it is. I was like, oh, that's fine, dude. I like that shit, but that's the shit. That's that Scorpion. He said, he was like, who knows? He was like, bro, she really put a pair of sweatpants in those shit. Hilarious. I'm not either. That's not like it. Did you see her post today? Hilarious, bro.
Time in school history, the Highland Hawks are state champions with a 31-10 win over Chaparral in the 6A title.
Yeah, I wear my chain to the game, but for the game, I sip champagne for the World Cup. Oh yeah, I'm here to stir shit up. I pray on the hill of Brazil, the Christ the Redeemer, but most kids worship us. I'm just warming up. I'm almost ready. Turn it up a bit more and have fun. Check me out, dog. Look, it's cops to dodge in the city of God to reach the goals of these soccer stars. It's records to break, medals to take, flags to wave. The city is ours, it's hills to climb, the road winds. Only lights is those from a beamer. It's nice to pray in front of Christ the Redeemer. If your guy is bigger than my guy up there, my guy bigger than your guy down here, whom shall I fear? It's foretold by Colorado, most Bronx tales don't end well, especially when your own country treats you like an infidel. It's eyes that need inswells, don't box me into a corner eye. Flow like a butterfly, sting like Muhammad Ali. On training day I go too hard, ask Antoine.
Welcome back to Highland High School. And for the first time this season, welcome back to the nest. I'm Jack Loader alongside me, Scott Sanduli. Tonight we have game 20. 22 Highland Hawks slate. It's their home opener for the defending state champion. Highland and Desert Edge should be a great one from Gilbert. Scott, you've been looking at what have you seen from them in terms of the offensive side of the ball? You think we should look out?
A lot of speed on this offense, led by a trio of great wide receivers in Vinny Parks and Johnny Arvalo. Three very good pass catchers, great at catching. So the running back, 5'8", 180. He is a tank, a hard man to bring.
Now Highland's 1-1. They won on the road at Desert Ridge 2 weeks ago to start an out-of-state showcase. But this is the first time they've played on this field since winning the 6A last year. What kind of emotions are going to be going through these kids' heads tonight? Get the love from these fans that they've been missing since last December.
Yeah, of course. There's a lot of turnover on this, a lot of returning talent. It should be a very warm atmosphere here at the Nest. Should be electric.
We've seen 2 games from quarterback Joe filling big shoes, those of Gage Daly. What should we look for him to do tonight in trying to replicate Gage Daly, but trying to make his own path as the new?
Well, it's hard to be Gage Daly with how accurate that man was and how he can move with his feet, but Joe Waltz can really sling it. Problem is, he can get a little wild sometimes, but accurate as Gage Daly. So for him, it's all about figuring out these growing pains, and stepping stones are there. There's a great offense led by Coach Farrell. Joe Walter in this offense for sure.
Kickoff is just a few minutes away. Jack Loader, Scott for Highland Hawks football in just a few minutes.
She sent a sad emoji when I fucking leave. She said I treat her like hey, I can't come to your condo, can't fit in no parking garage in this big ass truck. If it was once, then it might have been lucky if I did it 2 times and stand for something. All my niggas say I'm fucking the game up with all of these beats, I'm paying too much. I'm getting a lot of money, I ain't tripping. If I ain't popped still, I ain't sipping. I paint my wagon blue, I'm still crippin'. Hope you know I remember.
Hello, hello. Lewis, are you getting us? Are you getting us? Welcome back to the Hawks Nest. Highland and Desert Edge just minutes away from kickoff. We got our captain's meeting going on right now. An absolutely packed house.
Yes,
in
sir,
Gilbert.
Jack Loader.
Jack Loader alongside Scott Sanduli. Scott, eager and ready to go. What about this environment, Scotty?
It's pretty electric out here right now, man. The defending 6A state champions, they have quite the fan base. Black-clad Hawks fans filling the stands. They are ready.
Yeah, this student section, one of the best in the state of Arizona. They've waited, 10 or so long months to have their voices heard. Right now, they're throwing around a big inflatable football. Everyone's in the mood.
Yep, looking to get themselves some reps on the field. Trying to get Brock Farrell's eye down there.
Of course, we'll get you the results of the coin toss as soon as we know. And then we'll be off and ready to go. Joseph Walter in this Highland offense, ready to kick it in high gear. The Highland defense, always a heralded group, ready to face off against a really high-octane Desert Edge offense, Scott.
Yes, sir. This Desert Edge offense is speed, speed, speed. Lightning McQueen would be proud. These guys have three fantastic wide receivers in Vinny Mansfield, Gavin Parks, and Johnny Arvalo. Three big targets. They're great at creating separation, but the real highlight of this offense, as we said in the open, is Chris Cordero, a senior running back. That man can move, and he is a tough guy to bring down. Highland's defense has their hands full tonight with a team that has scored 100 points in 2 weeks of play thus far in 2022.
Of course, Millender, the quarterback, will be under center for the Scorpions. We've broken the huddle at midfield. Both sidelines pumping each other up. Not sure exactly what the result of the coin toss was. But we'll tell you which kickoff and which return team are coming on the field. We're playing high school football in Arizona. It's week 3.
Friday night lights are back in the desert to the joy of everyone on the field and in the stands tonight.
Looks like Highland will kick it away to Desert Edge. We'll see the returning kicker, Crew Crockett, booted away in this Highland student section, literally jumping around, Scotty.
Oh, yeah, they're fired up down there. Crockett setting it up on the tee.
This place is jumping. Let's play some football. Yes, how about it?
A new season of Highland High School football.
Crew Crockett sporting a new number this year. He was 49 last year. He's 15 now. Crockett's ready. We're ready. Gilbert's ready. Let's play football.
Crockett making Desert Edge wait just a little bit longer.
Seasonally warm night. Not too hot, though.
Bottom line, beautiful football weather here in Gilbert.
Here we go. Kick is away. It's a bit of a pooch kick off the left side. Fielded by Desert Edge and bobbled. Ball's on the ground.
I think
Highland might be on this football. Waiting for a signal. That ball was loose. Nearly disastrous.
Yeah, number 21, that's Andre Gibson. Nearly put Desert Edge in some trouble early on, but able to recover it.
So some butterflies early for Desert Edge. The Highland defense takes the field, much heralded. We'll give you the starters. Cooper Scott at right end, Mason Lister at nose tackle, Harrison Hamuli will start at defensive tackle on the left side, and Bertrand Berry on the left side. He's injured tonight. Cash Cullimore will start at linebacker along with Chance Cotham, Brigham Stewart, and Gage Wilcock. Desert Edge ready to go. Millender in the gun. He takes the snap, rolls right, looking to pass. He's chased by a couple Highland defenders, throws over the middle, incomplete. Pass was intended for number 5, Vinny Mansfield.
Yeah, Millender showing off his dual threat early on right there, getting out of the pocket and scrambling. Unfortunately for him, Highland defense was able to influence the throw and just a little too short at Vinny Mansfield.
And again, quarterback Hezekiah Millender.
Sophomore in his first year as a starter for the Scorpions.
Millender back in the gun. Flanked to his right by Cordero. Puts a man in motion, now takes the snap, and the give is to Cordero, who runs left. He's got a seam, cuts up the field, picks up a nice chunk of yardage. about 5 yards, going to set up third and manageable for the Scorpions.
Yeah, good job by Cordero getting out to the edge. And talking to Cody Cameron this week, something he emphasized for Desert Edge is creating those third and shorts, being able to convert and keep drives alive. 3rd and 3 is the exact situation Desert Edge needs to find themselves in tonight.
Tackle made by number 78, Mercer Peterson, filling in at nose guard. We got our first third down. 3rd and about 4.
4 wide, 3 to the right.
Millender takes the snap, drops back to pass, looking sideline. Got him in, bobbled and incomplete. Pass was there, yardage was there. He could not hang on.
Yeah, he was looking for his tight end, Dylan Carrier there. Could not hold on under the pressure. And the punt team's coming on. Great first series for the Highland defense.
So it started in an auspicious manner for Gibson and the Scorpions, nearly giving away the opening kickoff. The Highland defense holds and forces a punt.
And we saw a lot last year. When Highland gets that short field, when they stop their opponents this quick, they're going to get the chances to score with this offense. Obviously, some new kinks.
Cole Crandall back deep to receive. The snap is good. Punt is good. Crandall's going to let it bounce around the 50. It takes a Desert Edge bounce. They're going to let this ball roll all the way to the Highland 36-yard line before it's down. And that's where we'll see Joseph Walter in this Hawks offense set up shop.
Yep, Joseph Walter, 6'2", senior. Tall and big arm. He does not turn the ball over very much, looking to fill in for the shoes of Gage Daly. Certainly some tall shoes to fill, but the big fella looking forward to it.
We got Mason Sparks, number 8 in the slot. He's the leading receiver so far. Malloy Hess stacks up top. You're looking in the backfield. Walter's going to be under center. Ready to go. Puts a man in motion. Snap, run up the middle. And met at the line of scrimmage. Just about no gain.
Yeah, he made a cut back there towards the line, but a big stop there by the Desert Edge defense. Great adjustment on the defensive line.
Carson Molyneux, who's been so productive thus far through just the young season of 2 games, got the handoff on first down, picked up a yard. Did fight to get a yard, met at the line of scrimmage, fell forward. Walter this time in the gun. Chance Coffin lines up to his right. 3 receivers set up top. Puts a man in motion again. That's Sparks. Now he comes back. And it's going to be a quarterback keeper for Walter, who runs straight up the middle, picks up about 5 yards. Sets up third and manageable for Highland.
Yeah, they used Gage Daly on his feet a lot last year, looking like they're keeping the same system with Joseph Walter here early on.
You're going to see a common theme up on that offensive line. Big left tackle, 4-star Caleb Lomu. Just abused his man on that play.
Yes, sir, and that's what they're looking at. As a 4-star recruit, like you said, offers from all over the country, including Ole Miss, Tennessee, Michigan, you name it, he's got it.
Shotgun is the quarterback. And this play's blown dead before it can even get going. That's not Joseph Walter back there.
That might be. They might have gone with a Wildcat look right there.
Looking at a Wildcat. It's number 37.
Yeah, that's Brody Klenner, the backup quarterback, actually.
So Walter may have been shaken up on that QB draw on second down.
Klenner, a senior, primarily a middle linebacker, but is filled in behind Joseph Walter as his main backup thus far.
No sign of Walter on the sideline.
Scanning the sideline. I'm not seeing anyone being attended to.
Also like to thank the Balance Semiconductors, your total solution provider of process valves, instrumentation, filtration, heating, controls, and automation products. Thank you, Balance Semiconductors.
Highland back on the ball.
And it's still Klenner out there.
Klenner out there, so we'll pass along information as soon as we have it regarding Joseph Walter. But for now, Highland in the Wildcat. Klenner in the gun. Chance Cawthon to it. Puts a man in motion. Snap goes to him. Hands up the middle. And 5.
Yeah, putting the man in motion. Looks like that was number 26, Cody Cullimore. Bit of a hybrid on this team. Been used on the defense. Being used.
Farrell sticking with Klenner here. Molyneux to his left. Man in motion as Highland often does. Shotgun snap. Give to Molyneux, who runs right. Gets swallowed up near the line of scrimmage. He's going to fall forward for a gain of about 2 or 3 yards. Good second effort from the senior back.
Yeah, for sure. Trying to get out wide right there. Tough to do against this Desert Edge defensive line. Number 42, Maxwell Sawyer on the tackle there. A big boy at 6'2", 240. Him versus Lomu tonight is going to be one of the matchups of the game.
Malloy Hess, Mason Sparks, Carson Molyneux all taking more of a leadership role in the signal calling with Bremer out there. Kleiner still in the shotgun. 2nd and 7 from the 50-yard line. Snap, fake give. Kleiner's going to keep and run right, and he's going to be met behind the line. Loss of 1 yard.
Yeah, fake jet sweep right there. Looked like he got to about got close back to scrimmage, but taken back. Like I said, Desert Edge's defensive line, they will swallow you up, and they just did that.
Here comes Joseph Walter.
Yep, I was just going to say they just did that to Brody Kleiner, and that's going to be all she wrote for him for now.
Got to wonder what the reasoning was there. We can see if get some information from Cam Minor down on the sideline about why that was, but Walter, if he was shaken up, looks to be good to go. He takes his place in the shotgun flanked by Molyneux. It's trips to the left down low. 3rd down and 8 for Highland from midfield. Walter takes the snap, drops back. Pass rush coming from the weak side. He throws, hit as he threw. It's going to fall short. And the Desert Edge defense holds.
Yeah, Desert Edge gets there. That's Isaiah Beckford getting in there, almost able to affect the throw, but Walter felt that heat and just had to get it out of there.
Brock Farrell is going to elect a punt. Wasn't an immediate decision, but the punt team does jog on the field.
Yeah, 4th and 8 from midfield. You can't risk giving the ball up with such good field position. Punt it deep, pin them deep.
A very interesting first drive for the Hawks comes to a close right at the 50-yard line.
Yeah, showed the ability to move the football a little bit, but obviously with the QB change, maybe the rhythm gets thrown out there.
So both defenses get a stop to start this ball game. Snap is away. It's a good one. Kick is away. That's a good one. Good hang time. Going to be fielded. No, off a body. This ball might be live. Some confusion down there on the field. The ball rolls harmlessly to a stop around the 15-yard line.
Yeah, couldn't tell who that hit off of, but still a dangerous situation as if it hits off Desert Edge and Highland recovers, it's their ball.
And based on the reaction of the guys on the field, looked like that ball hit off of a Hawk.
Coming back out will be Hezekiah Melender. And the Desert Edge offense looking to improve upon a 3-and-out to start off the game.
Melender with Cordero with him in the backfield. Taking their time.
Got 3 to his right.
Puts a man in motion. Now takes the shotgun snap. He's going to give to Cordero, who's got some running room out left. Cordero out towards the sideline. Picks up about 7 on first down.
Yeah, good run by Cordero there. Like I said, shifty and quick, but also a big guy, tough to bring down. Highland learned that right there. We're going to look to improve upon that.
Chance Cawthon gets his first tackle tonight. The versatile linebacker, who you'll also hear his name a number of times when the Highland is on offense.
Indeed, used as kind of a Swiss Army knife on this squad. Four wide out.
Melender in the gun. Cordero to his right, takes a shotgun snap, immediately sprints right, looking to throw. Throws out wide low, it's caught. That's number 10, Gavin Parks, making the snag, and for the first time tonight, Desert Edge will move the chains.
Yep. When in doubt, hit up old reliable. Gavin Parks led the team in receptions and receiving yards last year. Ezekiel Melender leaning on what got Desert Edge to 10 wins last year.
So for the first time tonight, Highland defense surrenders a first down.
Had to happen eventually.
Christopher Cordero now in the eye, standing behind Melender, who's in the gun. Takes a snap. The give is to Cordero, who runs left and gets tripped up behind the line. Nice play there by a Highland defender.
Yeah, it looks like that might have been That's 24 Cooper K-Mac making the big play.
The third K-Mac. It's a storied family tradition in this program.
Yes, sir. Last year's Fisher K-Mac, one of the stars of the defense before an unfortunate injury off to UNLV. Brother picking up the slack.
So behind the chains will be 2nd down and 12 now for Desert Edge. Melander directing traffic, some confusion at the line for the Scorpions. Now he takes a snap, sprints left, looking to throw, squares up, will throw downfield. He fires high and incomplete.
Yeah, looking for his tight end right there, Dylan Carrier. Tall guy at 6 feet, but not tall enough for that one.
Yeah, it looked as though it was a bit of a rush throw from Melander.
Yeah, kind of got out of the pocket there a little bit. Didn't have a ton of pass rush on him, but they ran the play clock down to about 2 seconds. Could have had some trouble finding what play they were going to run there. Third and long here. We'll see what Desert Edge can do.
3rd and long. Melander in the gun. Cordero to his left. Park split down low. Another sprint left. Looking to throw. He's chased by a bevy of Highland defenders. Going to let the ball go downfield. Uncatchable. And the Highland defense holds again.
Yeah, great work there again by Highland. This noise was getting to Desert Edge a little bit. They ran that play clock all the way down to 0. I was half expecting to delay a game penalty to fly in.
We've got some whistles. Not sure exactly what the referees are seeing.
I think they might be signaling. I don't see any flag, actually.
No laundry on the field that we can see. Looks like it's going to be unsportsmanlike on the defense.
Wow.
And that'll be an automatic 1st down for Desert Edge.
Very unlike this Highland squad. Very disciplined, very down to business, but they take an unsportsmanlike there, and that's going to leave Desert Edge's offense off on the field.
Nothing will get Coach Brock Farrell fired up like that. Environmental drain and odor control. They are hydrojetting specialists and are highly skilled and trained to jet and clean all pipes, drains, and main lines. They're experts in sewer odor solvers. They can locate, find, fix, and prevent sewer odors from inside and outside your business. They were established in 1998, are family-owned and operated since 1998, and are still going strong with the customer-first mentality. Thank you, Environmental Drain and Odor Control, for supporting Highland Hawks football. Melander back on the field with a gift. He gives to Cordero, who runs left. Bottled up in the backfield. Now he escapes, running out towards the sideline, attempting to turn upfield. He'll pick up about a tough 4 or 5 yards on the play.
Yeah, he put a man on the ground there in the backfield. That was Ethan Clement coming off the side, and Cordero just threw him right down. That's a big kid. Nothing easy.
They're back in the gun alone in the backfield this time.
I think it's the first time we've seen an empty backfield for Desert Edge tonight.
And in the backfield, ball hit the carpet, and Desert Edge fortunate to maintain possession.
Yeah, it looked like they were trying to run a little jet touch pass right there with Chris Cordero, and a bit of trouble hauling it in, gets in, lets it go, but lucky for him, Desert Edge able to keep possession. Another 3rd and long situation for Desert Edge.
So Desert Edge gifted with a new series of downs. They go right back to 3rd and long after picking up 4 yards on 1st. They lose about 8 on 2nd. And the student section's about to get loud, Scott.
Yep, it is. The defense looks ready. 4 linebackers, 3 DBs. They are prepared for the shot downfield.
False start's going to back them up 5 more. That's the right tackle. Roman Carrasco guilty of the flinch. A little more than a flinch. We could see it from all the way up here.
Even with 3 men on the line, still able to trip them up.
So 3rd and long becomes 3rd and longer. So 3rd and long becomes 3rd and longer. I wouldn't be surprised if we see Desert Edge run something conservative here, just try to chew up a little bit of field for their punter.
And we'll see, but with an offense like this, with 3 great wide receivers. And we'll see, but with an offense like this, with 3 great wide receivers.
Melander takes the snap. They hand to Cordero, who goes up the middle, and that's exactly what they do. Cordero picks up about 5 yards on the play. It'll bring up 4th and 14.
Yeah, just a draw play right there, Jack. Just trying to see what kind of yards you can pick up to help your punter.
Ethan Clement makes the tackle. And for the second time in as many drives, Desert Edge will punt it away.
Gifted with the unsportsmanlike conduct, giving them the free first down and an extra 15 yards, and they do nothing with it. That's big for Highland.
That's kind of the personality of this Highland defense, though.
Absolutely.
Even when they do give you something, that's all you're going to get.
And you get down, but you get right back up.
Cole Crandall back to receive the punt again. A bunch of Highland rushers in. Crandall's going to call for a fair catch and make it on the 27. That punt nearly blocked.
Oh, yeah, that got close right there. The Highland super aggressive special teams getting in there. Special teams led by Coach Cody Bartz. He gets his guys fired up every single time, and they almost gave him something to go crazy over.
Brody Klenner back on the field now. No Joseph Walter again, so it's interesting.
Is this part of a dual QB system, you think, Jack?
Pattern we've been seeing here making itself known.
I think we got a timeout on the field.
Might be an official timeout. Maybe Brock Farrell wants to talk it over.
Yep.
So we got 3 minutes and 23 seconds to go in the opening quarter. No score. Desert Edge has stalled on 2 drives. Highland has stalled at midfield on their 1. We'd like to take this opportunity to thank East Valley Periodontics. Doctors Scott Price and Aaron Nelson understand that you have been referred to us for a very specific problem, whether related to your periodontal health or for dental implants. Our highly skilled doctors and team members are here to meet all your needs with the excellent care you expect and deserve. They do their best to meet all your periodontal needs. They have several treatment options available to you depending on your unique oral health situation, including bone grafts, dental implants, and much more. Today is a great day to start your future of ideal oral health. Please feel free to contact their Mesa Dental office or our Queen Creek Dental office to schedule an appointment with Dr. Scott R. Price, Morley J. Smith, and Aaron Nelson. Call them today. Thank you, East Valley Periodontics, for supporting Highland Hawks football and this broadcast. We would also like to thank Paul Kelly. For more than 15 years, Dr. Kelly has earned the trust of dentists, physicians, and patients in the East Valley. He is known as a leader in the specialty. That's why he's consistently been named a top oral surgeon by Phoenix Magazine by his peers and colleagues. His personal approach is what separates him from others. He's created a warm, comfortable environment where he can diagnose and treat patients of all ages. Highest quality oral surgery care for his patients, Dr. Paul Kelly. Thank you for supporting Highland Hawks football and this broadcast. Back to the action on the field, Scott.
Absolutely. And Klenner in the game again. Really interesting. Didn't see much of this dual QB from Brock Farrell last year.
It's Alexander Falgrady joining him in the backfield. And a little bit of confusion on the mesh. Falgrady took the snap, and then Klenner took it back from him. Either way, the play didn't do much.
Yeah, trouble with the handoff there. Looks like an RPO gone wrong. A little bit of indecisiveness from the inexperienced QB Klenner. And it's going to send Walter back onto the field. This is very interesting, rather bizarre. You don't see this too much.
Under center now. It's Joseph Walter back in the ball game. Malloy has split out low. Looks like Mason Sparks high. Handoff goes to Molino. He's got nowhere to go.
Wrapped up like a lawn chair.
That was Falgrady. Excuse me, not Molino.
Yep, Desert Edge getting there again. Jalen Dawson, the linebacker, taking him down there.
So third down, Walter stays in there, as does Hess and Sparks. Joined by Tuitua Piloto. Michael Newton.
Falgrady's still in the backfield.
Walter in the gun. Falgrady to his left. Mason Sparks goes left to right in motion. Walter takes the snap, rolls right, looking downfield, got a man. Incomplete.
Yeah, he was looking downfield there, trying to pick up that first down. But incomplete pass. Looking for Cole McCleve. out there on the right side.
So Highland will be forced to punt it away yet again. Both of these high power, excuse me, Scott, go ahead.
Tell you what, these two defenses have come to play here early on. They've been very impressive. Not much really going for either offense.
I think we expected to see a high-powered Highland defense, but we didn't exactly know what to expect from this Desert Edge defense. So far, Scott, they're passing the test.
Absolutely.
Punt is away. It's a good one. End over end. It's going to fall and bounce around the Desert Edge 30-yard line, and that's where Melender and company will set up shop for their third try.
Yeah, good bounce.
This drive.
Good bounce there for Highland on the punt, pinning Desert Edge back in their own zone again. So far, that has been a go-to to keep Desert Edge's offense from exploding. But the problem is Highland's offense has also faced the same problems as Desert Edge, hence his goose eggs on the scoreboard.
Got a little T-shirt cannon action.
Yep, we're getting a little lively there in the student section.
Not just the student section. That cannon's got some distance. It was finding the parents with some T-shirts. Melander in the gun, joined by his partner Cordero. First and 10 from the 30-yard line, and we've got a pre-snap penalty.
Looks like they were trying for Melender was trying to audible and confuse the line. We're going to get a false start.
It is going to be a false start, so Desert Edge backed up before they can even get started. First and 15 now from the Scorpion 25-yard line.
Second time in this quarter for Desert Edge. A little bit of a discipline issue there on the line.
Melander takes the shotgun snap. He drops back. He's going to dump it off to Cordero in the flat, who's met and dropped back behind the line of scrimmage. Made the catch and had nowhere to go.
Yeah, good tackle there by Cole McCleve, the linebacker, really bringing Cordero down, just whipping him down. And Cody Cameron said that was something that Desert Edge could show us this week, a lot of flat passes, some screens. They tried to pull it out right there, but not fooling this Highland defense.
Scott, it's hard enough to be successful against this Highland defense when you're in front of the chains. Behind them, it's nearly impossible.
Oh, boy, you're digging yourself quite the hole.
4 receivers set on the right, 1 up top.
Empty backfield.
Empty backfield. Melander takes the snap. He's looking that way. Big-time pass rush coming. Somehow he gets out of it and will advance upfield before he's taken down just by the shoestrings with a lot of running room in front of him.
Yeah, shoestring tackle right there by Chance Cawthon after the big-time pass rush. Could not bring Melender down, and he came close to breaking free there deep into the second level, but Cawthon able to grab that shoelace.
Melander had a lot of room to run, maybe not for the entirety of a first down, but definitely would have picked up a good chunk of it had he broken free of Cawthon's grasp.
3rd and 19 as we come down to the final seconds of the first quarter.
10 seconds on the play clock as Desert Edge still.
Mic check, 1, 2, 2, mic check.
And we got a timeout, Desert Edge.
Looks like the noise was getting to Desert Edge down there.
We had a little bit of an unexpected visit from Cameron Miner there.
Yes, sir. Mic check. First quarter nearly drawing to a close here. Phenomenal defensive performances by both teams. Desert Edge 2-0 on the young season, outscoring opponents 100-15. They've been prolific on both sides of the ball, trying to find on the offensive side tonight. Highland 1-1, a 31-3 victory over Desert Vista in week 1 before a loss in out-of-state showcase to a Utah school last week.
13 seconds remaining in this first quarter. We will go down to Cameron Miner at the quarter break. He's with a Highland alumni. Back here, 3rd and very long. Got to get all the way to the 39. Desert Edge.
They are on their feet.
Wander takes the snap. Big time pass rush coming. He gets it away to Cordero, who's got a little room to run. He's going to get run out of bounds in front of the original line of scrimmage.
Yeah, another screen play right there. Nearly blown up there by the Highland defense. Lucky to get that one off and get a couple of yards, but it'll be another punt for Desert Edge.
So just 8 seconds remaining in the first quarter. This punt likely will be the final play of that quarter, and we'll go down to Cameron Minor. And it's going to, in all likelihood, Scott, be a scoreless first quarter here in Gilbert.
Yes, sir. I don't know how many people expected that, but that is the reality we are in. Been a great defensive performance by both sides tonight. And we got a jump here on the line. I think
another
Highland
procedural
jumped
penalty.
off line. Yeah, Highland jumps off sides right there, trying to fly in for the block. Instead, they will move Desert Edge up 5 yards to 4th and 9. Likely doesn't change the play call, I would assume.
4th and 9 for the Scorpions.
So Highland guilty of their second dead ball penalty. It'll be 4th and 9 now. Doesn't change the situation. Snap is away. Punt is away. Crandall's going to let that go. It's shanked out of bounds near midfield. So Highland will have great field position. We'll have one final snap before the end of the first quarter.
Yeah, good field position to start this drive off, but the same thing happened early on. Following Desert Edge's first possession, Highland getting the ball around midfield and not being able to move it. So we'll see what the Hawks will be able to do here to finish off the first quarter and start the second quarter offensively.
Do we have another flag here, Scott? What's the...
Yeah, we got a bit of a hold-up.
What's the conversation?
Punt team is still out there for Highland.
The heat that I mentioned wasn't too bad. Starting to get to me. This open air booth.
Yep, they will.
Defensive penalty on Highland.
Yep. So another kick attempt for Desert Edge. And we'll keep the punt team out, but is up to 4th and 3.
So how Desert Edge has gotten almost all of this big yardage back on Highland penalties, something Brock Farrell has to be just livid with.
Yep, Steve Lyons also going to give them an earful as well.
Still punting it away. The kick is away. They get a second chance at a shank, and this one works better for the Scorpions. It's going to roll dead around the 35-yard line. And that is the conclusion of the first quarter. When we come back from Cameron Minor, it'll be Highland offense. Cam, we'll send it down to you right now.
Who gave you permission to interview me?
I did. Are you going to be right here on this side? Because we're looking up here, but... Cameron Minor back on the field with Steven Trujillo, former running back for the Highland Hawks. You're back here, but now you're on the sideline supporting your boys. What's the atmosphere like?
It's fun, man. I miss this atmosphere. It's been almost over a year, and I missed it. It's great to be back.
You missed it. You don't have the pads on. I bet you're just itching to get back out there. From your perspective now that you're a post player, how do you think the offense, what do you think the offense needs to do to find the way into the end zone?
I think it's all about rhythm this year. I mean, we just have to get something going, especially with Carson. Once he gets it rolling, there's no one that can stop him. He's unstoppable.
And it's homecoming week. You see the energy in the fans. Is any part of you just start reminiscing about days like this?
This student section's crazy. This is the biggest one I've seen in forever. But yeah, it just makes me miss this so much. It's crazy.
And you were a big part of that Highland State Championship run. Do you see how what you did then is helping them now with the T-shirt cannons, fireworks at homecoming? What does that feel like? Are you excited for the young guys?
Oh, I'm excited, man. I wish some of this stuff was around when I was playing, but it definitely changes the game for sure, and I think they'll make a run this year too.
And then last question for you. What kind of leadership experience or just advice are you giving those young guys when they're out there on the field under those bright lights?
I would just tell them to, give it like every play's your last, because you don't know what can happen the next play.
Wise words from Steven. All right, I'll let you get back with your boys. Appreciate you. I couldn't hear what you guys were saying, like to start or not. Yes, sir.
And the Highland offense taking the field. Thank you very much, Cam.
One quarter down between the two squads. And it has been a battle thus far. Very physical.
Walter takes the snap, fakes the handoff, and rolls right. He's looking deep. Instead, he's going to dump it off. Ball is dropped.
Yeah, I was looking for the little dump off right there to Castani.
Castani could not hold on to the ball. Bit high was the throw.
Yeah, a little high. Tough to come down with that one, but if he had some green grass in front of him, could have been looking at a first down. Unfortunate there for Highland.
This Highland offense that was such a well-oiled machine in week 1 of this year, and then hit a major bump in the road against a big-time opponent last week in Utah. Having their share of issues right now.
Yeah, there's a lot of turnover on this offense. One of the top receivers, Hunter Stewart, is gone. We talked about Gage Daly. We just talked to Steven Trujillo.
Walter back under center, 2nd and 10. He turns and gives to Molino, who runs up the middle and is swallowed up behind the line. Yet another 3rd and long situation.
Yeah, jumping in there is Jalen Dawson again. He's made some big plays right on the line of scrimmage, even in the backfield thus far.
So Highland, much like Desert Edge, backed up behind the chains. In a passing situation here, 14 yards, the amount of gain they've got to get out to their own 45, set up shop at the 31.
First down here could be a big momentum shift for the Hawks.
Walter takes the snap and sprints right. Evading some pass rush, he's going to dump it off in the flat. He's got his man with some blockers, cutting upfield. Not quite going to be enough for the first down, but Highland picked up enough for Coach Brock Farrell to want to think about it.
Bit of a modified delayed screen pass right there for Highland, and it picks up some serious yardage. Up to 4th and 3.
Jacob Soule on the reception. 4th and 3, and for the moment it looks like Farrell's going to go for it. We've seen a bit of a personnel change, but the arteries are the same. Highland will go on 4th down, at least for the time being. It's 4th and a long 3.
Yeah, with about 10 seconds here.
No behind Walter. 5 seconds on the play clock. Getting everybody set. Do they snap the ball? They do. They get it off. They give us to the left. And Desert Edge swallows it up, but on a second effort, picking up the first down.
Jay Martin pounding the ground, taking defenders with him. It's a yards after contact and give you the edge in a physical game. Big play right there for number 28, Jay Martin.
Take the handoff to Molyneux, give it to Martin, who is coming across right to left. And a hard-nosed play by him keeps the Highland drive alive.
Yeah, much-needed first down there for the Hawks. With the morale of the offense kind of coming back up. See the student section getting alive a little bit here as well.
Another whistle. This refs are making themselves heard tonight. Now making some substitutions. It's going to be Brody Klenner coming back on the field.
It's very interesting. I'm very intrigued by this little dual QB situation being put on by Brock Farrell that we didn't see last year.
No, we haven't seen much of this year as well. A Klenner in the gun. Cawthon behind him. Puts a man in motion, now takes the snap. Klenner's going to run it up the middle, and he's going to be swallowed up after a gain of maybe a yard.
Yeah, looks like he just barely got back to the line of scrimmage right there.
So it's looking like no matter who the QB is for the Hawks, Desert Edge doesn't seem to be too fazed by the bag of tricks for either one.
Well, this is what the Highland offense does. They pound the ground. They like to run the ball, and Desert Edge read that playbook very well. Very little going for Highland on the ground thus far.
So we'll bring up 2nd down and 9. Walter back in the game. He's under center. Puts the man in motion. Takes the snap. Drops back. He's going to look to pass. And he's going to look deep down the middle of the field. He's got his man. Pass is caught for a big gain and a first down.
Yeah, that's Greg Toller Jr. on the outside. Brock Farrell talked to us about him, one of the first starters as a sophomore he's had in his era. They expect a lot out of this kid, and he's paying it off right there. Big gain for Highland.
Farrell spoke very highly of Greg Toller Jr., and he ran naked there under the flats. A beautiful throw and catch as well on the part of Joseph Walter. And an offense threatening for the first time tonight.
Yep, indeed they are, and Joe Walter showing off the arm right here. We'll see if they stick to that.
Cawthon in the backfield behind Walter, who puts a man in motion. That's Mason Sparks. Walter takes the snap, gives to Cawthon, who runs right, breaks a tackle, and gets down to the 25-yard line. Picks up about 6 yards on first down.
Yeah, nice couple of yards there for Chance Cawthon on the outside run. Bit of a bigger back, able to drag defenders with him, as you just saw, getting an extra 2 or 3 yards there.
Cawthon will come off the field. Molyneux replaces him. Confusion on the Highland sideline as they attempt to get the play call in.
We're down to about 10 on the play clock. They're going to have to move a little quicker here.
2nd down and 5. It's Clemmer back at quarterback. Cawthon to his left. Clemmer, and the snap is bobbled. Clemmer can't find it. Ball is loose. And it looks like Desert Edge is on the football, and they are.
Just a rough snap right there for Highland. Goes over the head of Klenner. Could not locate it. Desert Edge found that quick.
It's a high snap, but not too high. Through the hands of Klenner, and then he couldn't find it.
And it's really unfortunate for Highland. The first time you're really moving the ball thus far offensively, and just like that, turnover taken away, and you're handing the ball back to Ezekiel Melender and an electric Desert Edge offense that we would expect won't stay quiet for long.
All right, it's a bit of a chess match unfolding here between these two teams. Who's going to blink first on the defensive side? That's the first takeaway we've seen. We've seen a few opportunities.
Mm-hmm.
The first one that comes to fruition, and it's for the Scorpions. So Melender and the Desert Edge offense set up shop at their own 40-yard line. He's alone in the backfield. Takes the shotgun snap, drops back to pass. It's a screen. He's got his man Cordero. Cordero running to the sideline will pick up about 3 yards before he's run out of bounds.
Yep, using those screen passes again, faking the Highland defense with 5 wide, but only just a little dump off, and they get the nice couple yards.
It's a 4-yard gain officially. It'll bring up 2nd and 6. Momentarily stops the clock as he went out of bounds. 7 minutes, 26 seconds remaining in the half. Cordero back in the eye behind Melender, who takes the snap, dances around in the pocket now, fires over the middle. Ooh. Catch is made, and a huge hit jars the ball loose.
I think I saw
flag comes in from the back judge.
Yeah,
they might get him on a targeting call, something here. That was a big hit, causing the incompletion. We'll see what the laundry's for.
Joseph Allen came flying in right there with a massive, massive hit. Looks like that's Gavin Parks that he took to the ground, and that's going to be a big flag.
And Parks is shaken up on the play. Got his bell rung, and indeed it is a personal foul for a helmet-to-helmet hit.
Yeah, it's
the Highland fans don't like it, but from our angle, that looked definitely at best on the borderline of a clean and dirty play, Scott.
Yeah, that was not a nice hit there by Joseph Allen, as you had Parks right there in the air trying to make that catch, a completely defenseless receiver, and Allen just comes flying in. Guys going for the physicality, of course, but can't be too rough on the field.
So the personal foul, 15-yard penalty, puts Desert Edge in Highland territory for the first time tonight. They're set up at the Hawk 41. The offense ready to go. Melender in the backfield, 2 men to his right. Takes the snap, the give. Now he keeps it and runs left. Highland chasing, and he's going to not get too much on that. A little bit of extracurricular shoving going on after the play. Nonetheless, it's about a 3-yard gain inside the 40.
Yeah, he had a man in the backfield right there. Maybe we could have been looking to pitch it with a bit of a gadget play, but Melender able to take his 4 or 5 yards of gain and not get too crazy with it.
Cash Cullimore makes the tackle. He was in pursuit for Highland. They're set up near the left hash at the Highland 37-yard line. 2nd down, 7 to go. Melender in the gun, Cordero behind him. Parks back on the field. They motion him, but the give is to Cordero, who doesn't have a lot of room to run. He's going to be bottled up. Now he switches field, has some real estate on the right side. Cordero is going to run for a first down and some more. Gets inside the 30. Really nice run by Cordero. Moves the chains for Desert Edge.
What a play by Cordero right there. Going left completely. That Highland defense was ready to wrap him up. Bouncing the run back the other way. He's got a lot of speed, a lot of shiftiness. Uses it to his advantage. Move those chains. That's how you fix a broken play, Jack.
It's the mark of a good back. Sniffs out the real estate when it doesn't look like there's any to work with. He's still on the field. 2 receivers split up top for Melender, who takes the snap. Fakes the handoff to Cordero. He's looking to run. Now he's got a lot of room right. Flag comes down. Might be holding. Fires to the end zone. It is caught for the touchdown for the moment. Desert Edge strikes first as long as this flag is on Highland, which, Scott, I'm not sure it is. And it is offensive holding. You saw the flag come out. as Melander scrambled right. He made a beautiful throw to the end zone. Would be touchdown if not for the hold. Instead, it's going to back him up 10 yards.
Yeah, Johnny Arvalo does a great job in the end zone, getting his toes down and making the grab. Unfortunately, all for naught as the flag will bring it back.
So that certainly hurts Desert Edge. For a moment there, Scott, we thought we'd seen points. Wasn't exactly sure what to do with that information.
Well, you can scrub that 6 right back off the scoreboard. We're back to a scoreless tie for now.
That'll be 1st and 24, which is an interesting down and distance. Not sure how much the holding penalty really cost him. But in any sense, Melander back in the gun, motions a man out of the backfield. Now he's going to take it on design run and go up the middle. He's got a little bit of room to work with, but a pickup of only about 4 yards.
Taking him down right there is Mason Lister on the interior defensive line.
Clock ticks under 6 minutes now. 5:55 to go and counting in the half. Chance Coughlin with another tackle.
And Desert Edge, I wouldn't be surprised if they look deep here again, as it was successful on the holding penalty that brought back a touchdown. But look for Melander to use his arm here maybe. Second and long.
Whistle before the snap. Looks like it's going to be a delay of game against the Scorpions. So penalties continue to hamstring both offenses.
Yeah, absolutely. A little bit of trouble on the line. A lot of false starts tonight. That's going to set up 2nd and 26 for Desert Edge.
A lot of big distance to go.
See if they try to air it out here, Jack.
So 2nd and 26, almost all the way back to the 50 is Desert Edge. Melander takes a snap, hands to Cordero, who's running with friends to the left, cuts it upfield, got a man, and he'll get all the way back to about the 41. So getting chunk yardage, but chunk yardage isn't what you need when you got 25 to go.
Yeah, you need a lot of yardage, and Cordero was looking to pull off a little bit of trickery there in the backfield, trying to bounce the run, making some cuts, but Highland stays unfazed, and a nice gang group to bring him down around the 40-yard line.
Under 5 minutes to go now in the first half of play. Still no score from Gilbert. 3rd down and a whole lot to go, which has been the theme tonight for Desert Edge on offense. Can't stay out of its own way.
Absolutely, and certainly not in field goal range here on the Highland 41. Maybe look for a nice 15-yard play to get yourself in range for a kick. So Highland defense prepared with 3 deep.
And we'll get a timeout before that snap. They want to talk it over.
Yeah, Brock Farrell deploying the prevent defense there, looking to keep the ball in front of them under all circumstances.
We'll take this timeout to again thank Environmental Drain and Odor Control. They are hydrojetting specialists and are highly skilled and trained to jet and clean all pipes, drains, and main lines. They are experts in sewer odor solvers. They can locate, find, fix, and prevent sewer odors from inside and outside your business. They were established in 1998, are family-owned and operated, and are still going strong with the customer-first mentality. Thank you, Environmental Drain and Odor Control, for supporting this broadcast.
So 4:37 on the clock here in the half, and we still have a scoreless game. Like we've said, it's been a physical battle, a lot of penalties, a lot of hard hits, and neither side able to get points on the board. Obviously, it can't stay that way forever. Desert Edge with a big down here, a big 3rd down, 21 yards to gain. Melender's got a big arm. We'll see if he can use it. The one time he did, like we've said, they found the end zone but got brought back on the holding.
Melender in the gun, 3rd and a mile. 3 receivers split out left. That's Vinny Mansfield. Gavin Parks takes a snap and drops back. Pass rush coming. He steps up in a closing pocket. He's going to get swallowed up. No, he escapes. Still on his feet is Melender, who makes his way all the way down to the Highland 32-yard line. It's going to be 4th and a while still. But Melender getting his steps in. And things getting a little chippy after the whistle here as a flag comes in. We'll see what the diagnosis is. A lot of penalties. Seems like a September football game, Scotty.
Yeah, but for now, Melender showing off his feet. How about that? He evaded about 3 or 4 different sacks right there to get himself to around the 30. And quite the run, quite impressive from the first-year starter.
Looks like it's going to be a personal foul against Desert Edge.
Yes, this ball's coming way back. Penalties galore. A lot of yellow flags out there tonight, Jack.
Brock Farrell accepts the penalty instead of just going with the 4th down, so it'll be 3rd and about 30, 35 yards.
And I'd say that's the good call right there. Desert Edge around the 30, where it's about borderline field goal range for any high school kicker for the best of the best. But pushing them back even further. Trust your defense. I like that call by Brock Farrell.
Melender in the gun. Takes the snap and drops back. Highland rushes through, but Melender escapes. He's going to tuck it and keep it. Running with some friends. Makes a man miss, makes another man miss. Now tries to cut up to the sideline. He's going to run out of room and be well short of the 1st down, but another impressive scramble.
Yes, indeed.
From Hezekiah Melender.
Yeah, Hezekiah Melender. Unbelievable mobility there out of the quarterback spot. Again, evading a stack in the backfield, putting on the moves as he traverses the sidelines. Fantastic running by Melender to get them in close, but it looks like we might be coming back here.
Is this another flag?
Looks like it.
Holding on the offense. So
wow.
Desert Edge holds itself all the way back into its own territory. They're at their own 40.
And the 1st down marker looks to be around the 20. So not necessarily the situation you want to find yourself in at
third down and nearly 40 yards to gain.
You don't see that every day, Jack. You think about deploying a QB spy right here with the way that Melender has tore up this offense with his legs.
Melender in the gun. Cordero behind him. We'll see how conservative Desert Edge gets. He drops back to pass. He's going to flip it to Cordero, who's got some running room. He's going to pick up about 4 yards. And Scott, assuming we've got no flags, 4th down will be coming up now.
Yep, Cole McLeave blowing up the screen right there, allowing only a couple yards. And Desert Edge's punt team will finally come on here after it looked a while that we might see the field goal unit.
Brock Farrell takes the timeout. He's going to use all of the 4 minutes left before the half to try to get on the scoreboard here. We're still scoreless with just under 4 minutes to go in the half. And during this timeout, we again would like to thank East Valley Periodontics. Dr. Scott Price and Aaron Nelson understand that you have been referred to us for a very specific problem, whether related to your periodontal health or for dental implants. Our highly skilled doctors and team members are here to meet all your needs with the excellent care you expect and deserve. They do their best to meet all your periodontal needs. They have several treatment options available to you, depending on your unique oral health situation, including bone grafts, dental implants, and much more. Today is a great day to start your future of ideal oral health. Please feel free to contact their Mesa Dental office or Queen Creek Dental office to schedule an appointment today. Thank you, East Valley Periodontics.
Yeah, we're going to come back here to Desert Edge facing a 4th and 37 in a series where they were as close as the 30-yard line of Highland. They were really knocking on the door of some points for the first time this game, but instead moved all the way back and far enough back for Cole Crandall to receive a punt here.
And looks like we've got another whistle.
We got a...
Not sure what's going on here. Just a game has grinded to a painfully slow pace here in the last 10 or so minutes as both teams retreat to the sideline. Not sure what happened there.
Well, we might have an official timeout here. We got a guy in a yellow vest out there talking to the referee. For more than 15 years, Dr. Kelly has earned the trust of dentists, physicians, and patients in the East Valley. He is known as a leader in the specialty. That's why he's consistently been named a top oral surgeon by Phoenix Magazine, by his peers and colleagues. His personal approach is what separates him from others. He's created a warm, comfortable environment where he can diagnose and treat patients of all ages. As a board-certified oral and maxillofacial surgeon, Dr. Paul Kelly also diagnoses and treats facial pain and facial injuries. Plus, he performs a full range of oral surgery and facial surgery procedures, including wisdom teeth removal, bone grafting, and dental implant placement. Dr. Kelly was named a journal reviewer for the Journal of Prosthodontics, reviewing surgical-related articles for publication. He provides the highest quality oral surgery care for his patients. You can trust Dr. Paul Kelly to provide you with outstanding care.
Thank you, Scott. Looks like we're going to play some football here soon, I think. Knock on wood.
4th and 37.
Desert Edge ready to punt it away. Snap is good. Catch is made. Punt is away cleanly. Crandall will again let it bounce. And it looks like it hit a Highland player, and Desert Edge is on the football.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. It just gets the foot of Jace Need. He couldn't find it, and it looked like it had bounced harmlessly, but Desert Edge on the ball, and after all of that, the Scorpions maintain possession, and they're set up inside the Highland 30.
And Need was in a bit of a tussle over there on the left sideline with another Desert Edge player, and that kind of got him a little off the ball. Maybe took his focus away from it for a second, just nicks his cleat, and a really, really bad break for Highland.
Now the Desert Edge crowd making itself known as Melender, who may have thought he was getting a breather, comes back on the field. I'm sure he's not too upset about it, as he's gifted with a short field. And now Desert Edge has the chance to get in the end zone or get on the board at least first before the half.
And knocking on the door, field goal range already. Really a tough situation here for Highland.
A little trickery in the backfield. Hands of Mancy. Mansfield running towards the down marker. Instead, he's run out of bounds.
On the second one, out to the right sideline. Maybe pick up a couple yards.
The clock stops as he went out of bounds. Now Melender in the gun again. Second down, still about 10 to go. Shotgun snap, give to Cordero, who runs right towards the sideline. Now cuts it upfield. He's going to be stood up and near the sideline. The clock will run. He picks up about 6 or 7. A nice run for number 28.
Yeah, good patience by Cordero there out of the backfield, waiting for the blocks to develop and finding that crease to get himself upfield a little bit. And a nice 3rd and short here for Desert Edge. We'll see how Highland responds. The last couple plays not going their way.
Bit of a change of pace for Desert Edge. 3rd down and single digits.
Haven't
in
seen
stark
that.
contrast to what they've been faced with all night. Clock runs down inside 3 minutes. Melender in the gun, Cordero behind him. 2 receivers out left, 1 on the right. Shotgun snap. Melender drops back. He's looking to pass. Will go towards the sideline. He throws high and incomplete.
Yeah, he's looking for the curl route right there, out to the far sideline, targeting Johnny Arvalo. But 4th and short, we'll see what Desert Edge goes with here. A game where they've been offensively challenged on both sides.
They're going to go for it. I'm not surprised. A little bit too long of a field goal. It'll be about 37 yards.
Let's see what they got
4th
here.
down and 3. Melender motions Cordero to his right. Takes the snap, drops back. He's looking to throw. Goes for the end zone. Broken up. Highland will take over.
Big stop right there for Highland. That's Ezekiel Nautu making the play back there to knock it down, and that's exactly what you need. After a muff punt like that goes the other way, facing a 4th and short, and Ezekiel Melender looking for the end zone for the second time, was successful before the penalty last time out, and no good there. Ezekiel Nautu with a great pass deflection, and Joe Walter in the offense coming back out.
So Highland set up, 2 minutes and 42 seconds to go in the half. 80 yards to go. Walter under center. Takes the snap, turns and hands to Molyneux, who runs left and has some room. Carson Molyneux breaks a nice run down the sideline. He's out to the 40, and he's met after a nice pickup of about 22 yards. Carson Molyneux gets out of bounds and stops the clock.
Big sigh of relief there for Carson Molyneux and Brock Farrell on the sidelines. Highland has had trouble finding creases in the run game thus far, but there is Carson Molyneux, old reliable, picking his way for 20 yards up the sideline. Big time play there for Highland.
So the Highland offense setting up shop now at the 40. Beautiful way to start the drive. Desert Edge hinting on bringing pressure. They do. Walter, play action, has some room to throw. He's going to go deep. Got a man wide open. It's caught inside the 20. 15, 10, 5. That's a touchdown. It is Cooper Scott running completely open down the left sideline. They don't need 2 minutes and 42 seconds, Scott. All they need is 20 seconds. Touchdown, Highland.
Yes, sir. It's been a long time coming. It's been a long half on the offensive side for Highland. They finally break out in a big way. Cooper Scott getting separation on the left side, able to make that catch and take it home. Joe Walters showing off the big arm for the first time today, and Highland is on the board.
There are 2 receivers out left, only 1 cornerback, and Joseph Walter did what you have to do. He found the open man. Now an interesting setup we're seeing here for the point after attempt.
We got 1 lineman up there, Jack?
Yeah, this is going to get sorted out.
Looks like they might be doing the screen pass to the left side.
Walter takes the snap. He pitches it back, and this is going to be a dead play. It's picked up and still running with it is Molyneux. He's going to fire towards the end zone. It is incomplete just in front of the goal line. I mean, you won't see a more wacky play in high school football Friday night, so a very odd 2-point attempt from Highland is unsuccessful, but nevertheless they lead 6-0. They get on the board first.
Yeah, Brock Farrell maybe sensing the low-scoring nature of this game, trying to find a way to sneak some extra points, but Desert Edge having none of it, and Carson Molyneux tried to make the best of a broken situation. Nearly had a play there at the goal line, but falls incomplete. Nevertheless, Highland strikes first.
So 2 minutes, 20 seconds to go in the half.
Be very interesting to see how Desert Edge answers the Highland call. 2:22 on the clock, and they moved the ball last time out. See what they can do now on the other side of the pressure.
Crew Crockett all set to kick it away for Highland. Another pooch kick out right. Fielded this time by Desert Edge. Again, not looking comfortable. It was Marvelous J. Freeman. And Desert Edge will set up shop at the 25-yard line.
Very interesting choice to go with the pooch kick there. It didn't look like they really let Crockett unleash his leg, but it took a bounce, and for a second I had been thinking that maybe Highland was going to steal a long onside kick, but Freeman having none of it, and Desert Edge will come on at the 25, the same distance as a touchback.
So for the first time, Desert Edge offense takes the field staring at a deficit. It is just 6-0. But they would like to draw even or go ahead heading into the halftime locker room. Of course, Highland will get the second half kickoff.
Four men on the line.
Wander takes the snap. That gives to Cordero, who goes up the middle. He loses his footing and gets nothing.
Cordero swallowed up nice and quick. It looked like he came off the handoff a little timid, I guess you could say, really protecting the ball, not really looking to explode out of the run. And Highland makes him pay.
Clock rolls now under 2 minutes. Desert Edge in no real hurry, it looks like. Desert Edge has used all 3 of their timeouts. Brock Farrell still has 2 of his in his back pocket.
The clock is
Second
running.
and 10, Melender motions Cordero to his right. Takes the snap, he sprints right. Looking to throw, he's got an open man near the sideline. Cut for the first down, it's Johnny Arvalo.
Yeah, Johnny Arvalo getting open there on the outside for a nice first down pickup for Desert Edge. He's been one of their top receivers thus far this season, and proven why right there. Melender very comfortable with number 13.
Nice pitch and catch. They move the chains and stop the clock. 1.5 minutes now. Cordero and Melender in the backfield.
They've been hitting Arvalo early and often here. He's been their top receiver tonight.
And the gun, as he has been all night. Melender takes the snap and gives to Cordero, who runs right. Now cuts back up the field, and he's got a nice gain. Gets almost all of those 10 yards on first down. Near midfield, it's going to be second and short.
9 yards there on the pickup. Again, Cordero being patient in the backfield and waiting those blocks to come, and then he comes up with the explosiveness. It has been big for Desert Edge on the ground thus far.
Desert Edge wants to hurry it a bit now. Again, they've got no timeouts, 1.5 minutes on the clock and counting. Melender takes the snap. This time he drops back to pass. Looking to fire deep. He lets it go, and he just overthrew his man. Good coverage in the secondary and a good pass rush. That was Joseph Allen, the cornerback, who had sticky coverage on a streaking receiver, and it's going to be third and short with just under a minute to go.
Yeah, second and short, maybe looking to take a shot downfield, really move into scoring range, and he had Johnny Arvalo. Arvalo had a step deep downfield, but Melender, just too big of an arm, overshot him by a couple of yards.
Arvalo hands to Cordero, who runs left. He's got a room, and he's going to pick up the first down and a little more. He gets taken down just outside the 40. So Desert Edge moves the chains again. The clock momentarily stops. Will those get reset? The first down. The 42 is now. The clock continues to run. Desert Edge all set up. Melender takes the snap, and he spikes it. Stops the clock on first down. Desert Edge will be looking at 2nd and 10 with 40 seconds to go.
Yeah, Melender on the handoff there to Cordero. He found a lot of green grass there on the left side. Picked up a good 10 or 15 yards. Getting downhill quick is something that you cannot let Cordero do often. No timeouts in the no-huddle offense. We've seen them spike it already and take away a down. It'll be interesting to see what Desert Edge can do here in these last 40 seconds as they're still good 40 yards away from the end zone.
So Melender, no hurry. Clock stops, 2nd and 10. They reset it to 42 seconds. Play clock clicks under 10. Desert Edge still not up on the ball. Now they are, and they're ready to go. Melender waits for the snap. He's got it. Sprints right, looking to throw. He's going to get swallowed up in the backfield and sacked. And that's a huge play for Highland. Sack is made by Cody Cullimore, who came streaking in and plugged that running lane that we would have.
Yeah, a trio of Hawks come flying in right there to sit Melender down. The clock's down to about 20 seconds here.
That may have effectively ended the half with no timeouts. Clock down to 15 seconds and running. 3rd down and 13 from the 44. Looking to throw is Melender. He gets hit as he throws, and the pass falls incomplete to bring up 4th down with just under 7 seconds remaining in the half. There's a penalty flag on the play, so we'll see what this is all about.
Yeah, we might have had a late hit there on Melender.
There's no way they call that late.
It's the only thing I can imagine.
It's going to be an illegal man downfield on the offense. Penalties declined. So with 6 seconds to go in the half, it'll be 4th and 15. Just one more 3rd, 4th down and long situation for Desert Edge before they head to the locker room. They'll likely punt this away.
Fitting way to end the first half for Desert Edge, having seen, what was it, a 3rd and 40. They've seen some long field situations. That has been the story of the half for them on offense. As they're going to send the offense back out here, Jack.
Melender likely, they either take a shot at the end zone here or he just runs around. And Brock Farrell wants to talk about it. He's going to take a timeout.
Yeah, smart. Use your timeouts while you got them.
Right,
make
can't
sure
take him to the second half.
And make sure that you are in the proper defense so that you don't allow locker room score here. So in a game like this where defense has ruled, it's one offensive play that can change everything. Brock Farrell making sure his kids are ready for it.
So 6 seconds remaining in the half, 4th and 15. Scott, what do you do here if you're Desert Edge?
I personally, there's about 6 seconds here. If I'm down there, I would be sending out the punt team and get that one as high as you can in the air, get those seconds off the clock, and regroup at halftime. But it looks like Desert Edge, they're pretty desperate for points right now, considering the way this first half has gone. And with the way that their defense is held up against Highland, they're going to take one more shot, it looks like.
All right, fans. 4th down and 15.
4th and 15, Melender in the gun as he's been all night.
A man in the backfield with Cordero. We'll see if they just look to run around here for a couple seconds.
He gives to Cordero. Runs right, going to just run out the half. And that'll do it for the first half. So Highland goes into the locker room with a 6-0 lead. Cam Miner has got a halftime interview with head coach Brock Farrell. We'll find out what he liked and what he didn't like. Cam, down to you. Not quite yet. Both teams retreat to the halftime locker rooms. We'll wait for Cam to get set. What was a low-scoring half. So, Scott, we mentioned a high-powered offense from Desert Ridge, a high-powered defense from Highland. Something has to give. And it turned out that both defenses kind of came to play tonight.
Absolutely. It has been a very physical game between both sides. Highland getting it done really with their coverage and their second level, keeping Chris Cordero from breaking free. But Desert Edge is dominating in the trenches on defense. Max Sawyer and Jalen Dawson leading that charge. But matter of fact, 6-0 Highland at the end of a half, thanks to 2 big plays on offense.
Brock Farrell, a popular man. He's also getting the AZ Preps 365 halftime interview. So Cam's got to think on the spot, think of some unique questions to ask him.
Desert Edge heading to the locker room, seemingly disappointed with their first half effort. And keys to coming out in the second half, they're going to have to get more explosive on offense, really try to air the ball out more, look for the big play, which we didn't see much of until later in the half. And they have not necessarily dominated possession the way they would want to wear down this Highland defense.
Cam still waiting, and we'll get our man now. Down to our sideline reporter, Cameron Miner.
Finds way into the end zone. You guys finally did, though. What was that like?
That's a great question. It's like going to Disneyland for the first time because we've been trying so hard. Our quarterback's been struggling the last couple of weeks to throw a great pass like that. It was open. We finished in the end zone. You know, like we didn't get caught at the 2. Right. Like everything finally worked.
And what was the morale for going for 2? Was that just trying to put an exclamation point on top, get the energy back up?
No, it was something we saw on film. They didn't play it very well against Goldwater. I thought we could sneak an extra point in there, extra 2 points in there. We were going to do it on the first score no matter what. And it didn't work out, so whatever.
And then games like this where the offense is struggling to get to the end zone, your defense holding it down, keeping them at 0 points, how does that help you just as a coach?
Well, I mean, that's how we're built, man. We play defense here. We're physical. And defense always travels. Defense wins championships. They're cliches, but they're cliches for a reason. They work, right? So the defense keeping us in until we can finally figure it out. Hopefully our offensive line can lean on them in the second half, and maybe our conditioning will take over a little bit. We'll see.
And it's homecoming. You guys are coming back from Utah. The players' minds could be in a lot of places. How have you just tried to settle them down and just keep them focused on today's game?
That's a good question. Let them have fun when it's time to have fun, and then teach them how to focus when it's time to focus. Throughout the week, let's say on Monday and Tuesday we were hard on them, and on Wednesday we encouraged them a lot. So there you go.
Sounds good. Let's get back to it.
Thank you.
All right.
All righty, thank you, Cam. We will take you guys now to the Highland Hawks halftime show. We'll be back in the third quarter. 6-0 Highland at the break.
When you rise, your strength gives rise to those in need. When you lead, your plans inspire an industry. When you work, your dedication supplies life to nations. And when the rest of the world clocks out, you clock back in. You are the hardworking men and women that make everything possible. You are driven by your determination to pioneer the future. And we believe in you. We work with you to create solutions that will improve your process. From solutions in the energy industry and oil and gas measurement systems, to increasing productivity and throughput in solar panel production and semiconductor chip manufacturing, in designing safety systems for the automotive industry, to building custom systems for lean manufacturing production flow, and in automating processes in the life science and food and beverage industries. We are the experts behind the assembly, the design behind the machine, the technology behind the cure, and the solutions of the future. Our engineered solutions automate, innovate, and simplify your manufacturing process so you can focus on what you do best. Valen, complex technology made simple.
My name is Brock Farrell. I am the head football coach here at Highland High School. Man, I'm going to say my favorite movie, actually the most recent one, is Top Gun Maverick. Got to be best ones made in the last 20 years probably. My favorite food is probably ribeye steak that I grill myself. Can't beat a ribeye, a little blue cheese on top. You know, that's some good stuff right there. And my favorite place to travel is anywhere with a pool and my wife and all-inclusive. All right, there you go.
I'm Matt Lewis. I coach the varsity running backs. My favorite movie is Star Wars, the version where Han kills Greedo. My favorite food is anything that the wife puts on a plate and puts in front of me. And my favorite place to travel would be Italy.
Good. My name is Bo Riley. I'm the quarterbacks coach. My favorite food is lasagna. My favorite place to travel to is Italy. And my favorite movie is Hoosiers.
My name is Sam Johnson. I'm the varsity receivers coach for Highland High School. My favorite food is probably anything surf and turf, like steak with scallops or lobster. Favorite movie is either Jaws or The Godfather. And favorite place to travel is probably Jamaica.
My name is D'Angelo D-Lo Dunbar. I'm the secondary coach here. My favorite food is probably cheeseburgers. Favorite place to travel is back home, Kansas City, Missouri. Favorite movie is, I say, Friday. There we go.
Dominic Willis, linebacker coach here at Highland. My favorite movie is Boys in the Hood. My favorite food is my wife's pasta. And my favorite place to travel is Jamaica.
Abraham Johnson, varsity tight ends coach, sweat equity aficionado. Favorite movie is anything that had Kaiser Sosa in it. Favorite place to travel is any place all-inclusive. Favorite food is anything that can go in my face.
My name's Anthony Judge. I coach linebackers here at Highland. My favorite food is Thai food, my homeland. My favorite place to travel is the Florida Keys. And my favorite movie is Jaws.
Jacob Rudder. I coach secondary DBs. My favorite movie is Gladiator. My favorite food is carbonara pasta. And my favorite places to travel are Greece and Italy.
My name is Cody Bartz. I am the special teams coordinator on the varsity level. My favorite food is Lox Bagels. My favorite movie is Dead Poet Society. And my favorite place to travel is Austin, Texas.
My name is Coach Williams. I'm the wide receiver coach here. My favorite food is lasagna that a lot of the coaches eat on Sundays. And also my favorite movie is Jerry Maguire, so I love that receiver number 85. My favorite place to travel is Vidalia, Georgia, where my hometown is, home of the onions, sweet onions.
Hi, my name's Jason Lyons. I'm the defensive coordinator here for Highland High School. My favorite movie is Saving Private Ryan. My favorite food is chicken wings. The hotter the better. My favorite place to travel is anywhere I get to go with my wife and probably not bring my kids. Although I love them. Thank you.
Brian McNamara. I coach special teams. My favorite food is In-N-Out. My favorite movie is Top Gun. And my favorite place to travel is anywhere with my wife, especially Maui.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Kicking It with Cody. I'm Scott Sandilli alongside Cody Cameron. Cody, how are we doing today?
Always good, man. Another week of high school football headed into week 3 here for the big teams. We got a big game. It was a huge game tonight.
Yes, sir. Highland is 1-1 to kick off their season, coming into the home opener against Desert Edge, number 31 ranked team in Arizona according to Max Preps, and number 7 in 5A. But they're outscoring their two opponents 100-15. Cody, what do they do on offense that's lighting up the scoreboard like this?
They just have so much talent everywhere. You look at their skill positions; they are loaded at running back. One of the best running backs in pretty much all the state, especially in the 5A, and Cordero and Chris Cordero. He's a great mixture of speed and power. And then on the outside, they have so many receivers that complement a sophomore, first-year starting quarterback and Melender. And when you have a young quarterback, a class of 2025 kid, it always helps when you have the talent and speed on the outside like Desert Edge does. And they're doing what they're supposed to do. They're supposed to absolutely blow out a lot of the competition, especially in 5A, and that's what they've done so.
Mm-hmm. And you mentioned how the talented and speed that they had on offense. You talked about Cordero, the running back, but which of the wide receivers do you think could cause some problems for the Highland defense?
It's a receiver that really hasn't popped off this year. His name's Gavin Parks. He's a senior receiver for them. And I mean, he has 2 touchdowns, but I think he only comes in this game with 3 catches. But last year, he's one of their top targets. He was one of their best receivers on that team last year. And they haven't really needed him, but he's an electrifying football player. He's about 6'1", 175, 180 pounds. He's really good at creating separation, and he's got that blazing speed. He has that speed to beat your defense and blow the top off the secondary at any time. So players like Gavin Parks and Mansfield, and the list goes on and on when you talk about a team like Desert Edge. But Gavin Parks is a big player to watch in this football game.
Absolutely. And not only on the offensive side are they making things happen, but on the defensive side too. In just 2 games, 15 points allowed, and all of those 15 came last week. What's been keying their shutdown defensive effort?
They get to the quarterback and they create turnovers. Hey, look, it sounds so vanilla, right? But you break it down, you break down a lot of the film and what Desert Edge does defensively. They create havoc with their front 7. Max Sawyer, one of the leaders of this group, one of the senior edge rushers for Desert Edge. Seems like he's been getting it done for the last 3 years for the Scorpions. He comes in here with 4 tackles for loss, and he is a destruction. He's a destructor of running backs and quarterbacks in the backfield, and he goes up against one of the best in the state, and Caleb Lemieux on Friday. And so I look forward to that matchup. Looking at Sawyer and how powerful and dominant he is at the point of attack, and then Caleb, a player who has such tremendous base and is just a smart football player, especially when guarding his quarterback's backside. But Desert Edge does a great job of getting to the quarterback.
Absolutely. And obviously Highland has the well-known defense that keeps opponents in check for so many years now. What will Desert Edge need to do on offense in order to hold up in order to break through the Highland wall, I should say?
They got to convert on 3rd down. Another thing that sounds so simple, but teams fail to do that. A lot of teams, and this is what makes Highland's defense so successful, a lot of teams get in that 3rd and 10. They rally to the football better than almost any defense in the state of Arizona. A lot of those quick bubble screens that everybody loves to do, a lot of the RPO action that you'll see from Desert Edge. Highland rallies to the football, all 11 guys to the ball. It creates 3rd and 8 situations, 3rd and 10 situations, and so Highland's defense creates a lot of negative plays. Desert Edge has to live in the 3rd and 2. They have to live in the 3rd and 2. Cordero's a running back who can convert that, then go quarterback option read and keep the defense on their toes. You have to move forward. You have to get positive plays, because if you live on 3rd and 10, you are not going to win a football game against Highland.
Yeah, obviously, for sure. And so with this electric Desert Edge offense and the shutdown Highland defense, do you think, what would you say Highland's offense needs to do in order to stand up their defensive effort?
I just, kind of look at last week and out-of-state game where they took their lumps, right? And that's an offense that has just a little bit of growing pains because they're replacing Gage Daly, a player who played, about 40 high school games in his career at Highland, 3-year starter for them. Just kind of put that in the past and learn from it. And Coach Brock Farrell, he's one of the best at getting his players prepared, but also learning and evaluating film and breaking this down. And so when you look at this Desert Edge team, they like to take risks. They create turnovers and they're really good at it. But at the same time, there are some holes getting those running backs back, right? I think like Carson Mullenau had a great week 1 game against Desert Ridge. and that big week 1 win and getting some of these other running backs going, and letting that offensive line work. That's what I would say would be the big key is letting the offensive line work, get your running backs 40 carries in this game, control the clock, game of possession, and, just keep trucking because I think that's Highland's strength.
All right, hold the clock is something that Highland loves to do, and we will see if they can pull it off against Desert Edge tonight. This has been Kicking It with Cody, with Scott Sanduli and Cody Cameron. Cody, thank you very much for joining us.
Yeah, anytime, man.
Awesome.
Cameron Miner back on the sidelines with Highlands. I'm here with Caleb. Caleb, how was the off season? How was the summer? You guys had an extended season all the way to December. How was you? You rest? You go on vacation? What was that like?
It was awesome having that much break between. I went on a lot of visits for football. I took 3 official visits to Cal, Utah, and U of A, and then just a lot of unofficial visits. And yeah, that was most of my summer. And then we had our football training during the summer, morning practices, and it was good.
Okay, that's good. We love to hear it. And what were some keys that you guys kind of talked about during this offseason so you guys can get back to that championship run for this season?
One of the main thing is being like one as a team, as a family. If you're not a family as a team, you're not going to work well. It's just when you're as a family, you connect better, you work together better, and that'll take you to a championship. That's what we had last year. We were all super close as a family. None of us were. Shout out to my coach, O-line coaches, Coach Fair and Coach Critch. So being as a family is the main thing we've been working for. That's just especially here at Highland, we all bond well like that. I think that's what makes us a good team.
And then what are some keys that you personally have to do at your position or as a leader on the field to help you be successful and your teammates around you?
The left tackle is the important spot on the O-line, especially when you have a right-handed quarterback. It's a blind spot. So for me personally, I always want to keep my quarterback protected, and then be close to my other O-linemen, because if we're not close together, it's not going to work well. We're all brothers on the O-line. We make mistakes, we get after each other, and that's what makes us better.
And then going into the first game of the season, what's the atmosphere at school? You guys hyped? You guys have a pep rally, or what's that kind of look like?
I think we'll have a assembly, hopefully. On Fridays, though, before third out, we always meet in the middle of hot call, and we do a chant, the I believe that we will win chant. And then other than that, we will have dinner on Thursdays, and then we just have a lot of little things leading up to it.
All right, for sure. Well, I wish you guys the best of luck on Friday. Appreciate you.
Appreciate it.
Cameron Miner back on the sidelines with Chance. Chance, how you feeling? You're going into you guys' first game of the season, coming off of that championship run. Just what's the atmosphere like out there?
I'm just ready to get back at it. It was a good time to spend with the boys and just get ready, get hyped for the first game. So we're ready.
A long off season, hot summer. What was kind of your favorite memory from summer? Any vacation trips, hanging with friends, or what was you doing?
I spent a lot of time with family, friends, just hanging out, and then went to a lot of football camps and just grinded over the summer.
It's your senior year, right? It's your senior year of football. Last time with your boys, what are you kind of looking to make some memories, or what are some goals or accomplishments you want to check off this year?
Winning another state would be fun. That's one of the top goals. But just having a good time with the boys, just having fun, just making one last ride with the boys. So that's the goal.
And then, like you said, one last ride with the boys. Some of your boys left on to other things, football or just post-high school careers. What's kind of your message to anybody looking at Highlands thinking, oh, they're not that same team, they were senior heavy, some people left? What's kind of your message to them as you guys go out, get ready for Friday?
We have a lot of people left, but our team's still as good as last year. I think even better. Just we got the boys coming back, some boys coming back. Our defense is strong, and we just got to communicate and just go play football. Have fun.
And then with you coming back on the defensive end, what's kind of that veteran responsibility with you helping the younger guys coming up? Now that you've been to that road, been to that championship, what kind of things that you got to do on that field to help your teammates be successful?
I'm going to just say communication is one of them. Just having a good, strong communication with everybody, telling them what to do, just having strong bond, knowing that each other's got your back and that you'll trust the other guy in the field. So, yeah.
All right, sounds good, and looks like you guys are ready for Friday. Appreciate you. Cameron Miner back on the sidelines with returning senior Joseph. Joseph, how you feeling? You guys had a championship run, long summer. Just how was that energy?
It's been good. As a whole, as seniors, we come to collect everybody, and the big thing about Highland is just the brotherhood. And defense-wise, on our part, we're a swarm defense, and that's what we've been last year. That's what made us win the state title, and we're about to do it again.
And you guys come off a run like that, obviously the adrenaline's high, you kind of feeling yourself a little bit going to that first game. As a veteran, how do you kind of talk to the other players just about staying humble and going back through the process so that you guys can have that same success?
As seniors and our coaches have just been like preaching. It's a whole new season. What we did last year, it's nothing. This is now. No one remembers last year. The seniors got that ring last year, but as a senior in this year, it's time for us to get that ring.
And before being a junior, we were talking to the seniors. It was a little more farewell for them. Now you're kind of feeling that same of what they were feeling. You didn't understand it before. We understand it now. What's kind of that feeling like? It's your last Friday night game of your high school career. Like, how does that feel?
It's crazy. I try to think about it, and it's just the overwhelming happiness and the overwhelming joy that it brings that this is my last year and what I can contribute to this team. It's amazing.
And what's that veteran experience like, just kind of rallying the younger guys and helping them on the field, communication? What's that veteran experience that you're bringing to the table?
The thing I want to preach the most is film, and it's just mental. More than half the thing you do on football, it's all mental. So all the plays you go through, most of it's all mental. So I'm trying to preach, get in the playbook, learn your plays, and then that's it.
And what can we expect from the defense on Friday night? How many interceptions, forced fumbles, all of that?
Lights out. We're going to go 0.
All right.
They're going to have no points.
You heard it here. Shut out on Friday night. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Cameron Miner on the field with another Highlands player, offensive lineman Makua. Makua, how you feeling?
I feel stoked. I'm ready for this year. Let's get it.
You ready for this year? You guys are coming off of a long season from last season. A lot of expectations. How do you guys kind of live up to the hype and just stay humble?
Just outwork the known. We got to keep on going, keep on grinding. You can't really stop. You can't limit yourself, so just got to keep on working, period.
And what are some keys this offseason that the coaches have kind of been instilling you guys so you guys can make another championship run and have the same successes of last year?
Some of the keys would be definitely finishing plays, running all the way to the end of the field, doing extra work after practice, cardio work, all that stuff, and just mentally tough. It's 109 degrees, it's tough, but we get through it.
And then you being a senior, how is that veteran responsibility kind of weight on your shoulders, just helping the younger guys and just, not every day's up, there's some ups and downs, just weathering that storm kind of?
It's heavy, but it's fun. You just got to go for the ride. If people can do it before you, you can pick it up yourself. So I think it's fun. Definitely got to live up to it, though.
And then for you personally, what can we expect to see from you on this Friday night? When them lights come on, when you run around there, pancakes, blocks, what are we going to see from you?
Hope for some blocks, pancakes. Hopefully it's 15, but, we got to stay humble, so 10. All right. Yes, sir.
Hey, 15. So when we come back, when we play this, we're going to see how many you guys are at.
Yes, sir.
All right, for sure. Appreciate you.
Appreciate you, too.
My name is Berkenberry, number 1, and I play outside linebacker.
My name is Kenton Fisher, number 9, quarterback.
My name is Greg Tola, number 16, wide receiver.
My name is Henry Coward, number 17, quarterback.
My name is Corbin Coleman, number 36, and I'm a safety.
Cash Colmore, number 45, linebacker.
My name is Danny Hurst, I'm number 43, and I'm a strong safety.
My name is Cody Colmore, I'm number 26, and I play DB.
My name is Cole Archibald, number 40, linebacker.
My name is Terrence Martin II, I play DB, and number 21.
My name is Jerez Martin II. I play running back and I'm number 28.
Cole McCleve, number 27, DB.
My name is Catcher Taylor, number 30, play DB.
My name is Tui Tugotu, and number 22, I'm an athlete.
Eli Kirby, number 33, running back.
My name is Carson Sorensen, number 48, I play middle linebacker.
My name is Hudson Shamback, number 49, I'm a kicker.
I'm Carson Price, number 39, a punter.
My name is Paul Arrington, I'm 42, and I play DB.
All right, Caden Albright, number 38, DB.
Gunnar Riggs, number 54, and I play center.
I'm Jace Heaps, I'm number 65, and I play left tackle.
My name is Bryce Cheney, number 55, and I play O-line.
My name is Cameron Carter, I'm number 57, and I play O-line.
My name is Josh Chatham, number 75, and I play O-line.
My name is Chuck Shelsey, I play O-line, number 72.
My name is Noah Rao, I'm number 64, and I play O-line.
I'm Logan Hostrick, number 77, I play defensive end.
My name is Andrew Phillips, I'm number 60, I play D-line.
My name is Jay Wyman, I'm number 62, and I play D-line.
Hi, my name is Robert Reyes, I'm number 70, and I play O-line.
My
My name is Nathaniel Jensen. I'm number 53, and I play D-line.
My name is Ty Smith. I'm number 89. I play long snapper and tight end.
My name is Hayden Doherty, number 82. I play tight end.
My name is Sam Kennedy. I'm number 80. I play receiver.
My name is Luis Arroyo, number 81, and I play receiver.
My name is Patty Adcon. I'm number 83, and I play receiver.
My name is Braden Raja, number 84. I play receiver.
Max Big Country Zeitz, number 99, D-line.
My name is Grant Canlin. I'm number 90, and I play long snapper.
My name is Michael Nuett. I'm number 87. I play wide receiver.
My name is Jalen Cross. I'm 86, and I play wide receiver.
Joseph Walter, number 4, quarterback. My favorite food is tacos. My favorite place to travel is Wisconsin. And my favorite movie is Shrek.
Joseph Allen, number 2, DB. California. Favorite place to travel is California. Favorite movie is When the Game Stands Tall. Favorite food is croissants.
My name is Elijah Vaca, number 3, wide receiver. My favorite foods, my mom's mac and cheese. My favorite vacation spot, my grandma's house. And my favorite movie, Harry Potter.
Malay Hess, number 5, wide receiver. Favorite food is probably seafood. Favorite movie, Shawshank Redemption. And favorite place to travel is California.
My name is Jason Need, number 6, DB. My favorite place to travel is Hawaii. My favorite food is peanut butter. My favorite song, or my favorite movie is Sing 2.
My name is Cole Crandall, number 7, athlete. My favorite food is chicken. My favorite movie is Finding Nemo, and my favorite place to travel is California.
My name is Mason Sparks, number 8, wide receiver. My favorite food is chicken. My favorite movie is Top Gun, and my favorite place to travel is California.
My name is Jacob Soul, number 10, tight end. Favorite food, tri-tip. Favorite movie, The Batman. Favorite place to travel, Ireland.
My name is Gage Wilcock, linebacker, number 11. Favorite food is burritos. Favorite movie, Talladega Nights. And then favorite place to travel is Cali.
We are back in Gilbert for the second half of just about to get underway between Highland and Desert Edge. A defensive first half, to say the least, Scott. Highland came out with a 6-0 lead at the break. It was a late touchdown, deep ball to Cooper Scott that got him on the board. It's a 6-0 Highland lead, and the Hawks get the opening kickoff. What do you want to see Highland do on this first drive of the second half?
Well, they scored their touchdown by throwing the ball. This is a offense that loves to pound the ground, like to chew the clock, but it has not been successful against a dominant Desert Edge defensive line thus far. I'm looking to see Joe Walter spread the ball out a lot with his arm, take some nice chunk plays, nice 15-yard throws, get big gains, because that is what has you 6 points right now, and that's what's gotten you most of your offense thus far in this game.
This is the first time Desert Edge has kicked off tonight. They received the opening kickoff and did not score in the first half. So kicking away for the first time. Kick is kind of squibbed. It's fielded just inside the 30 by Highland. And a respectable return will get them out to the 40-yard line, which is where Joseph Walter and the offense will start their first drive of this second half.
Good work there by Cash Colomore, taking the kick as the up man and taking himself up the field 15 yards. Be interesting to see if we see more of the two quarterback set by Highland in this half as well, as they tried running it with Joe Walter and Brody Klenner early on and saw little success.
Walter under center. Molyneux behind him. The flag flies pre-snap. It'll be a false start, so Highland will be backed up. They tried to say it was the defense that jumped off sides, but no snap made. So first half that featured a lot of laundry. We see it before the clock even starts to run here in the second.
Yeah, and it was a good amount of false starts that prompted the yellow flags in the first half. More of the same thus far here in the third quarter. We'll see if that's just a mirage or if it's more of the same for the Highland Hawks.
So first down and 15. Ball back at the 35 now. Walter this time in the gun, takes the snap, he turns and hands to Molyneux, who runs right, he's got some room, tries to cut back upfield, but he's swallowed up near the original line of scrimmage. Pickup of about 7 on the play will set up 2nd and 8 to go.
Yeah, and in the first half where Highland did not run the ball too well, trying to fix that right out of the gate with Carson Molyneux finding some room to the right and turning the 1st and 15, cutting it in half. So good work there by Molyneux to try to ignite this run game.
Walter's still in the game. He's in the gun. Molyneux stays in behind him. 8 men on the line for Highland. Give to Molyneux again. Similar play. He runs right. He's got a lot of room. Out past the 50 for a first down. Carson Molyneux still turning inside the 45.
Yeah, Carson Molyneux again with another big pickup, this time to move the chains. And looks like Highland might have a rhythm here in the run game out of the locker room. Maybe some nice adjustments by Brock Farrell. Saw something on the defensive line he thought he could exploit. And Carson Molyneux using the sidelines to move the chains here early on.
The clock stopped here. The changer set supposed to keep running outside of 2 minutes, to my knowledge.
Have to consult the AIA on that.
In the gun. Walter takes the snap. They're going to give to Molyneux again. This time he goes up the middle. He's had some success. He's got about a 5-yard run.
Yeah, this time staying on the inside. We saw him bounce on sweeps and outside runs in his first 2 carries in this half. This time they keep him inside and get a nice 5-yard gain, keeping Desert Edge kind of guessing about where Molyneux will go with the ball. Good work there by Highland, and 2nd and 6 coming up.
Walter puts a couple men in motion. 2nd down and 6. Snap coming from under center. They give to Molyneux again. He's got some room. Carson Molyneux now down inside the 20. 1 man to beat. He's swallowed up just outside the 5-yard line. So Carson Molyneux has gotten the first 5 snaps for Highland, and he's found success on all 5 of them, all the way down to the 6-yard line.
That is one way to answer a slow offensive first half, coming out and pounding the ground with Carson Molyneux. Couldn't find anything in the first half, exploding in the second half here. As Desert Edge sent pressure off the sides, Molyneux straight up the gut, only the safety to beat. Great work by Carson Molyneux right there.
Served as a decoy there.
Very interesting
ball carrier
play call right there.
It's Cody Colmore. If he gets Highland inside the 5, it'll be 2nd and goal.
Surprised Farrell didn't just stick with Molyneux there. He's gotten him this far. Why not take him all the way home? He liked to do that last year live with Steven Trujillo.
Molyneux back in the game. Walter under center. He puts a couple men in motion. He's got 4 receivers to the right now. Molly Hess and Mason Sparks out there. They give us to Molyneux. He runs left. He is hit and bottled up just in front of the goal line. They're going to say he's down. The ball came out late, but both referees emphatically signaling that his forward progress was stopped. So after a number of successful run plays, Desert Edge digs their heels in a little bit in a red zone situation.
Yeah, Desert Edge seemingly waking up to the clock a little bit here, there. Finding the pressure on the offensive line again, and Molyneux's success that he's had on this drive. Couldn't get it right there as Desert Edge pushing with more ferocity, it seems, down near on the goal line.
So 3rd and goal now. Highland set up around the 2-yard line. Chance Cawthon behind Joseph Walter. Walter takes a snap, gives to Cawthon. Cawthon going right up the gut. He will be stood up. 2nd effort. Touchdown, Highland. Chance Cawthon absorbs contact, runs right through it, and reaches across the goal line. It's an opening drive touchdown for the Hawks.
That play looked dead right there, Jack. Coming out of the run, Jaden Pyro was right there on Chance Cawthon to wrap his legs, but he could not tie the knot to finish it. And Cawthon able to fall his way into the end zone for the 2nd touchdown of the game, both to the Hawks.
Crew Crockett for the extra point. No trickery on a 2-point conversion here. He puts it through, so Highland leads 13-0 now. And Chance Cawthon gets to enjoy the touchdown of a drive that was really the Carson Molyneux show.
Absolutely. Carson Molyneux did not have the first half he wanted. The first half on the ground in total was not the first half that Brock Farrell and his staff looked to get, as the run game is their bell cow. But Carson Molyneux finding his way, using both the sidelines and the middle to really get in behind this defense. Great work by Carson Molyneux to set up the scoring chance for Chance Coffin.
So a 13-point deficit, certainly not insurmountable, but with the way this Desert Edge offense has played tonight, Scott, it seems like it's going to be an uphill battle.
Absolutely, for sure. And like I said in the first half, Desert Edge is yet to really unleash the high-octane passing attack that they have ridden so far in this season. And even with the 13 points for Highland, the game is within reach. I mean, 2 possessions and you could have the lead, but it's just been so slow on offense for Cordero.
I'd like to thank King Concrete Incorporated for supporting our broadcast.
Fitting that the Highland defense has essentially been concrete in stopping the Desert Edge offense thus far in this game.
I don't understand what these delays are with this guy in the vest here that comes out and talks to the ref.
We got some sort of safety situation going on?
No, they just stopped the game for a while as if there would be a TV timeout. I'd understand it if this were a televised game, but it's not.
And this guy's hand up over there. I'm not sure what's going on.
You hate to speculate, but that's what Scott and I are doing right now in a big way.
Got a microphone out there? This guy part of a broadcast crew? Certainly stealing the show thus far. Desert Edge with a plethora of offensive talent, yet to unlock it here in Gilbert. As we said, 2-0 on the season, 100 points for, but 0 here at the Hawks' Nest.
They haven't seen a defense like Highland.
No, they have not. Not a lot of people have seen a defense like Highland.
The kickoff from Crew Crockett. Little pooch kick, short. And the ball's loose and it's live, and it's going to be Highland football. Desert Edge did not attack the ball. It went well over the requisite 10 yards. It looked like they were a little baffled, and Highland wastes no time falling on it.
Yeah, great awareness by Jason Need there off the little pooch kick. Ball coming down around the 40, and Desert Edge seemed to be unbeknownst to the fact that once it passes the 45, it's fair game. And Highland jumping on the opportunity in a massive recovery there, and morale is definitely low on that Desert Edge sideline right now.
Exactly what Desert Edge did not need. So Highland takes over. It's Joseph Walter again. Molyneux behind him. He's under center. Puts a man in motion. That's Mason Sparks coming across the formation. Now he brings him back. Walter snap. Give to Molyneux up the middle. More of the same success, and Molyneux bottled up by the linebackers after a gain of about 4. Nice play by Desert Edge to recover.
There's just more space for Molyneux so far in this half. I mean, everywhere he went early on, just swallowed up. There's a white shirt in front of him every time, but now the offensive line really creating some space, moving guys out of the way, and Molyneux, even though he picked his way for just a couple yards there, he has certainly broken out in the second half. As he's now being treated to on the sideline. Looks like he might be handling some sort of ailment.
It's Alexander Fowler-Grady taking his place. Walter back under center, 2 men in motion. Now Walter's going to check things. 5 seconds on the play clock. Takes the snap. Give is to Fowler-Grady, who goes up the middle, just like Molyneux, and he breaks free. Alexander Fowler-Grady inside the 10, 5. Touchdown, Highland! An explosive run. More of the same in this second half. A different team came out of that locker room. It is 19-0, but there's a flag back behind the line.
And it's holding. It's going to come back. Nevertheless, a fantastic run by Alexander Fowler-Grady, taking the chance.
What a shame.
Yeah, took the chance that he was given to go on the field, and he really turned on the Jets on that one to take it to the house. But fortunately, it will only be shown in video and not in the box score.
Second time tonight that a 30-plus yard touchdown play is taken off the board by a holding call. Way back behind the line.
Falgrady's going to stay out there with Carson Molyneux getting up gingerly from the bench. Looks like he's okay. Second and 18 here for the Hawks.
Walter under center, and this play is blown dead. Ref show continues here tonight in Gilbert.
Zebras are earning their stripes tonight. Falgrady is deep in the backfield.
Walter drops back to pass. Retreating immediately, finds a man in the flat, running with friends. And he's down inside the 30 is Jacob Soul, the tight end.
Yeah, nice little screenplay right there for Jacob Soul, the tight end. And he had some blockers in front of him, uses them to his advantage to get a good amount of yards back. And it's 3rd and short here for the Hawks.
Walter back under center. Falgrady still in the backfield. Takes the snap, gives it to up the middle to Falgrady, who bounces outside. He's swallowed up, and now Desert Edge saying they got the football. And they do. So Falgrady coughs it up. And for the second time tonight, Highland puts the football on the ground, and it ends up in the hands of the Scorpions.
Yeah, and that's not the way that you want to take advantage of a recovered kickoff. And you had a chance to really go up 3 scores and really put Desert Edge almost in their own grave, but giving the ball back now revives them a little bit here. On the recovery there, looked like Marvelous Freeman.
So Desert Edge doing their best to hang around in this game, even though Highland has been clearly the better team coming out of the half. I'd like to thank the Mahoney Group, another proud sponsor of this football team and this broadcast. So in the gun now, Melender, he keeps. He's going to pitch it out right. A lot of running room for Mansfield. Buddy gets swallowed up by that stout outside Highland defense.
Yeah, Vinny Mansfield kind of the wheels of this Desert Edge receiving core with the most speed, and they were looking to use him out of the backfield there, but Highland not faced.
Picks up a couple yards on first down. Desert Edge, a little bit of urgency getting up to the ball, but they know they have to put together a nice methodical drive here. You're not going to slash this Highland offense with the big play usually. Highland defense, excuse me. Cordero in the backfield behind Melender. Shotgun snap. Give it to Cordero, who runs right. Swallowed up after a gain of a few. We're going to see a 3rd down and about 6. Flag on the play. Surprise, surprise.
Another one. And a lot of penalties.
Personal foul, face mask on the defense. Excuse me, Scott. Had to get the news to the people there. It's another defensive personal foul for this Highland defense. As you mentioned early in the game, very uncharacteristic.
Yeah, this is one of the most disciplined defenses in the Valley here. Revered around 6A for their defensive effort and how they play by the rules. But we've seen some false starts. We've seen a face mask. We've seen unsportsmanlike conduct. Certainly going to be a talking point of Coach Farrell in practice this week.
So 1st down for Desert Edge out on their own 48. Lander takes the snap. Takes the handoff to Cordero. He keeps it. He's bottled up in the backfield. This is going nowhere. Swallowed up by a whole host of Highland Hawks. Cooper Scott, first one there, makes the tackle.
Cooper Scott making it happen on both sides of the ball. He's got that long touchdown that put Highland on the board, and now with a big-time wrestle down of Melender. And it's going to be 2nd and 13 here. You don't see players play on both sides of the ball all that often. Nevertheless, on the level of Cooper Scott, who has made his impact known on this football game.
Wander takes the snap, drops back looking for a quick pass. He's got a man wide open. Out across the Highland 40. That's Vinny Mansfield, makes a nice catch and a bit of a coverage breakdown for Highland.
Yeah, he just went on a straight go route there along the sideline, and Highland in the zone coverage. He kind of stopped in between the linebackers and the safeties where he had a bit of a window, hauled it in, and got some extra yardage.
So Melender now takes the shotgun snap, gives to Cordero, who runs right towards the sideline. Tries to cut it upfield. He's going to be stopped out of bounds. Five-yard gain on the play.
Nice 5-yard pickup for Cordero, using the sidelines again with his speed. And Desert Edge over by the 30 now, where you can start to consider a field goal try, down 13-0. Nothing more precious than points right now for Desert Edge.
2nd down and 5. Similar play. Cordero goes back towards that sideline. This time cuts upfield, and he's stopped by Highland. Stays in bounds, but he got enough for the first down.
Yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Chris Cordero, going to the right side on the first play for 5 yards. Why not give it to him to get the other 5 yards, plus maybe another 1 or 2, and move those chains for Desert Edge.
Desert Edge set up inside the 25 now. It's 1st and 10 from the 23. Highland defense has bent but not broken tonight. Desert Edge looking to change that here. 2 receivers up top. That's Mansfield. Down alone on the bottom. Give to Cordero. They're sticking with what's good, and he's chased down from behind. That'll go for no gain. Nice tackle made there by Gage Wilcock.
Yeah, they send Gage Wilcock in on the linebacker blitz. They tried to stick it with Cordero, but Wilcock, with great adjustment, great awareness to the play, able to stay with the ball and take down Cordero. Great job there by Gage Wilcock.
2nd down and 11. A loss of 1 officially on the play. Munder and Cordero in the backfield. Cordero in his pass protection now as Munder's going to drop back and throw towards the end zone. Looking for a man, and he's overthrew him. The intended receiver was Arvalo.
Arvalo looked to have a bit of a half a step there on the defensive back, but Melender really showing off that arm, but just too much under it for Arvalo to get to.
4:14 remaining here in the third quarter. It's 3rd down and 11. Desert Edge going to look to pick up some chunk yardage, maybe go for a field goal here, but they elected not to in the first half around this part of the field. Wonder takes the shotgun snap, gives to Cordero, who runs right. Hesitates, now gets towards the sideline, picks up about 4 or 5 yards. It's going to bring up 4th down and about 7.
Yeah, and Cordero tried to slow up again and let the blocks develop like he did in the first half, but again, Gage Wilcox staying with him, and the blockers didn't get the angles they needed. And Wilcock takes advantage and takes him out of bounds. 4th and 7 from about the 20. Very interesting decision here for Desert Edge.
They're going to go for it at the 20 again. Obviously not super confident in their kicking game, Scott.
Does not look like it.
4th and 7.
Could be a crucial play at this point in the game.
Cordero. The 5 goes Dylan Carrier, the tight end. He's down at the 2-yard line. So a nice play, a nice conversion for Desert Edge. Has them on the doorstep of their first touchdown.
They had the tight end in the backfield there and just sent him on a little wheel route. Nobody follows him. And Melender just takes what he can get. First down, a lot more, and Desert Edge on the verge of some points here. Some much-needed points.
Clock continues to run. Wonder in the gun, Cordero in the backfield.
Probably look to punch it in here, Jack.
Highland stacking the box. They're expecting a Cordero run. Mansfield goes in motion. That's exactly what happens. Cordero gets it, and he stood up just outside the end zone. So Highland stands tall on 1st and goal. He chopped the yardage in half. It's going to be 2nd and goal from the 1-yard line.
Yeah, why would you go away from your top horse right here? You got a yard to get some points on the board and cut this lead in half. You stick to your man right there in Chris Cordero, but this Highland defensive line is stout. A lot of turnover this year, but a lot of high hopes. They make a nice play right there.
So the ball inside the 1. It's going to be 2nd down and goal from about a foot off the goal line. Some confusion for Desert Edge as the play clock ticks down inside 10 seconds. Now they're up on the ball. Alone in the backfield is Melender. And there's going to be a timeout used by Desert Edge.
The play clock was rolling down there. Got down to 3 before Melender was really even set.
So they'll talk it over when they're back. We'll have second and goal. Again, we'd like to thank Environmental Drain and Odor Control. They are hydrojetting specialists and are highly skilled and trained to jet and clean all pipes, drains, and main lines. They're experts in sewer odor solvers. They can locate, find, and fix and prevent sewer odors from inside and outside your business. They were established in 1998 and are family-owned and operated and still going strong with that customer-first mentality. Thank you to Environmental Drain and Odor Control for supporting Highland Hawks football and this broadcast.
Second and goal coming up from a foot off the goal line, about as close as you can get without actually being in. I would expect to see Cordero here, as we have BJ's Brewhouse, another proud sponsor of Highland Hawks football and of Highland Hawks live stream. Thank you to BJ's Brewhouse.
I want to go get a Pizookie at BJ's after the game. I wouldn't tell you not to. Second and goal inside the 1. Desert Edge looking to get on the board for the first time tonight inside 2.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Ezekiel Melender in the gun as he usually is. Cordero in the backfield. They give to Cordero again. This time he runs left, untouched into the end zone. Touchdown, Scorpions.
Bit of an interesting play right there. I'm not sure if Melender was faking the exaggerated handoff, but he kind of went with Cordero a little bit for a couple of feet before hitting the ground. It could have been an RPO, but nevertheless, Cordero holds on untouched into the end zone.
So Desert Edge gets back within 1 score. And we mentioned they're not confident in the kicking game from 39 yards. It looks like they're not confident in the kicking game for the extra point distance. It looks like they're setting up to go for 2 here. Cordero looking for a signal. The 2-point try will come from just 2 yards outside the end zone. Cordero split out left. Melender looking towards the sideline. Still looking towards the sidelines. 5 seconds on the play clock. He wants the snap. Now he's got it. Drops back to pass. Looking. Now he scrambles out right. Looking to throw. Man throws toward the end zone. Pass falls incomplete harmlessly. A lot going on there. But an unsuccessful 2-point try is the result.
Yeah, and again, Melender just running around in the pocket in the backfield, trying to create chaos and get the Highland defenders off their assignments. Has not been successful all night and continues that same way, as Desert Edge cannot convert the 2-point attempt, and it stays a 7-point game for the Hawks.
Very disciplined Highland defense, as they always have been under Brock Farrell. Keeping things the same way right there. Well, Highland will go back on offense. For the first time tonight, they've got to respond to a scoring drive.
It'll be very interesting to see how they respond to that scoring drive, coming off their last drive in the half, putting it in the end zone, and then their first drive out of the half, putting it in the end zone. And with about 2 minutes left here in the quarter, some points here for Highland would be not necessarily the knockout blow, but a bit of put Desert Edge on their heels a little bit.
Mr. Brightside booms through the speakers here in Gilbert, getting the fans fired up, as well as people in the booth.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. 2:20 left in the third quarter.
Desert Edge looking to capitalize here. They need a defensive stop in the worst way, Scott, but what we've seen in the second half does not tell us that that's what they're going to get. Kick is away, short again, taken again by Cullimore. A little bit of running room. He's out across the 30. And that's where Joe Walter will set up for another offensive drive for Highland.
Yeah, it will be key for Highland to have some sort of answer here, whether that be a field goal with Crew Crockett, who's got quite some range, or with another touchdown. But Desert Edge getting a stop here is the kind of thing that would swing momentum in their favor, and that is the last thing you want on your home field as this game gets late. Interesting to see whether Highland favors the run or pass in this drive, as both have found some success at points in this game.
First and 10, another 8-man front for Highland. Molyneux back in the game. The give goes to Falgrady, though, with Molyneux acting as the lead blocker. Falgrady's going nowhere. Nice play there from the Desert Edge defense to bottle that one up early.
Yeah, ripped down again. Jalen Dawson all over the field. The junior linebacker. He is getting to the running backs in the backfield, making plays in the second level. He has been everywhere for Desert Edge on defense tonight.
Highland in no hurry here, up by 7 points late in the third quarter. About just under 2 minutes to go in the third. Highland getting ready for a second and a long 9 from their own 31. Play clock winding down. They're going to need to get this snap off, and Highland's going to have to waste the timeout. So the Hawks have to stop the clock at 1:29 in the third.
And you talked about Highland taking their time there, Jack. Sometimes you can't take too much time.
Can't take too much time.
As the play clock rolls all the way down and a timeout that could have been valuable goes by the way.
Azure Health, proud sponsor of the Highland broadcast. Thanks, guys. The Grove, comprehensive psychiatry and wellness. Joshua Need and Co., Brigham Nickel. The Grove, visit thegrovepsychiatry.com. And the Mahoney Group, another proud sponsor. Rapid fire during this timeout.
Shouting out the people that make this football team and this broadcast possible. Second and 10 for the Hawks.
Walter under center. He's ready to go, puts a man in motion. Now calls for the snap. He drops back, fakes the handoff to Mono. He's looking to throw. Will throw out towards the sideline. Broken up. A nice defensive play there by the defender for Desert Edge. That's Julian Gregory, the cornerback, breaking it up.
Yeah, great job jumping in there by the junior Gregory. As Joe Walter, the first time all night we've really seen a long rollout out of him. And he looked like he might have had a window there to Jacob Soul, but Mr. Gregory says no, sir.
So third down and essentially 10 yards to go.
Big third down here for Desert Edge. Try to get off the field.
Walter in the gun, takes it, sprints right, drops back, now looking to throw. Firing deep, looking deep, he overthrew him. So Highland stalls, but there is a flag down in the backfield. We'll see what the Stripes have to say about this one. They've had a lot to say tonight.
Malloy Hess, the intended receiver, downfield. So make the long jog back to the line of scrimmage. That's holding on Highland, so this is going to come back a little bit.
Desert Edge might decline the penalty. Looks like they will.
Yep, smart.
And Highland's going to be forced to punt it away in a 4th and 10 situation.
It's probably the last thing you want on offense there, Jack. A 3 and out following Desert Edge's first score of the game. Confidence has to be high on that sideline after the start to the half that they had.
Low snap taken, punts away. It's a good one. Spiraling, fielded near the 20-yard line, and the ball's put on the ground, but it looks like he fell back on it. That's Andre Gibson, who's had an interesting night returning kicks tonight, to say the least. But Desert Edge back on the ball with a chance to drive the field and tie this game.
Absolutely, and this is probably the biggest possession Desert Edge has had in this game with a minute left in the third quarter, assuming we're going to see them start the ball in the fourth quarter. And Desert Edge down 7 with a massive chance here to not only get a touchdown to tie this game, but completely swing the momentum in their favor.
Well, the Desert Edge offense setting up. Ready to go. They've got 81 long yards. Give it to Cordero, who runs right. This play's been so successful for him tonight. Gets near the sideline, picks up a few yards.
So you got about 3 there.
Clock runs inside of a minute.
Chris Cordero has been the horse tonight for Desert Edge. When in doubt, give it to him and get a couple of yards, but you're going to need a lot more than a couple to get yourself down the field and tie this game for Desert Edge.
So Desert Edge is content to take this to the end of the quarter after this snap. Clock running now down inside 30 seconds. They just get up on the ball. Melender in the gun, Cordero behind him. Takes the snap. Melender back to pass. Fires towards the sideline. Got a man. Nice catch made. And now they say, looking like Highland wants an incomplete pass called. We'll see what the call on the field is. It's looking like they're going to call it a completed pass.
Johnny Arvalo on the catch there. Not sure if he got the feet in or if he survived the ground with the ball.
It's going to be third down and short.
Big third down here.
Gotta think it's going to be Chris Cordero here, Scott.
Yep, 3rd and 2. Nice short situation for him.
They do give it to Cordero. And he's down. May have lost the football. A lot of chaos in that pile right now. Highland came up with it, and they do have it.
That's Chance Cawthon getting the recovery, and probably has not been a bigger turnover this season for Highland. That is massive. Get the ball out of Desert Edge's hands. Give it to Joseph Walter. Deep in Desert Edge territory, looking to give Highland a 2-score lead at the beginning of the 4th quarter here momentarily.
Another turnover. Highland takes over. Desert Edge somehow hanging in this game despite the mistakes. But Highland's had a few of their own, so looking like an early season football game, Scott.
Yep, not a clean game at all, but that's why they play them. You got to iron it out.
Under center is Walter, puts Mason Sparks in motion. Give us to Molyneux, who goes off left. He's going to run and be taken down after a gain of about 3, and that will take us to the end of the 3rd quarter. So Highland hanging on to a 13-6 lead as they'll switch the field, and Highland will be continuing the drive in the red zone. Right now, we are going to head down to our sideline reporter, Cameron Miner, who's with Greg Toller. In just a moment, we'll go down to Cam. 4's up in Gilbert here as these fans get ready for a quarter of football. Not exactly used to teams hanging with Highland in their own building the last couple years. The 6A state champs on their home turf trying to defend it.
Yep, last year Highland dropped just 1 game here to Basha, and that was obviously a top 3 team in the state. This is a very, very tough place to play, not a place you like to come for visitors.
No.
And Highland has showed that intensity on both sides of the ball, and they got a chance to really make this a tall, tall task for Desert Edge should they find the end zone here.
And scratch that on Cam Miner. We're going to stay up here. Sideline reporting is not as easy as it looks, folks. You got to nail down guests, and they're in the middle of a ball game. 12 minutes to go in this football game. Highland threatening. They'll have 2nd down and about 8 to go.
Yeah, and on this drive, I expect to see a lot of Carson Molyneux. I expect to see some Chance Cawthon really pound the ground there for Highland. No use in throwing the football too much. You have the lead, 13-6. You're deep in Desert Edge territory. With 12 minutes on the clock, you take some time off and find a way to get some more points and make this a multi-possession game, because the way this game is going, it's been a little slow on offense. Desert Edge might not have a ton of time for 2 possessions.
A bit of a delay here. Our friend in the vest back out on the field. We'll go down to Cameron right now. Cam Miner was with Greg Toller.
The field going into the 4th quarter with Greg Toller Jr. Greg, you're one of the younger players out there. How's that been? I see you get some action on the field, a couple receptions.
Yes, sir. You know, when your time is called, you just got to execute. And, we got to make sure we secure this dub. The game not over. Anything can happen, and we just got to keep working.
And the defense has been holding it down. What's kind of the morale just with the offensive players? What do you think needs to start clicking just so you guys can find your way into the end zone just a little bit easier?
We just need to play as a team, encourage each other, play smart, play together, and everything go right.
And I saw they pulled you up for that championship run last year. You were a freshman, but they pulled you up for some games on varsity. How has that experience from last season help you going into this season?
Yes, sir. Just playing with the seniors last year, seeing how they move, how varsity supposed to work, how varsity is faster than freshmen, and how you got know your plays, know the formations, know what you're doing, alignment, assignment, key, and just execute.
For sure. And we look forward to seeing what the things you're going to do this season. Appreciate you.
Thank you. What's your name again?
Cam.
All righty, thank you, Cam. Nice report there with one of the younger Highland Hawks, Greg Toller Jr., the sophomore, who Coach Farrell is very high on. He mentioned to us, Scott, that he's really excited about this guy's playmaking ability. Highland comes up empty on a couple plays, and they're going to try a long field goal. It's going to be Crew Crockett.
Crockett with a career long of 44 yards.
Kick is up from deep, and the kick is no good. It looks like he missed it out left. So the Desert Edge defense holds. Highland cannot go back to a two-possession lead, and Desert Edge will take over on the 25.
Yeah, Crockett certainly had the leg to get that one up there. He had a great season last year as a junior, going 44 for 47 on field goals, with his career long being 44 yards out. But had the leg there, not the direction. And Desert Edge gifted with another chance to tie this game. Expect to see some passing out of this Desert Ridge offense here. Get down the field quick.
Under in the gun, Cordero to his left. They give it to Cordero. He sprints out right like he has most of the evening, and he's bottled up behind the line of scrimmage. Yeah, nothing doing there for Cordero.
Tried to get out wide, but Gage Wilcock was having none of it. Again, Wilcock, he has really come on here in the second half with tracking the ball and getting to the ball carrier. And he's been Cordero's worst nightmare here in the second half.
The worst nightmare for the Desert Edge offense as a whole has been those negative plays on first and second down, creating third, fourth down, and longs. They've got to be able to stay in front of the chains and create manageable yardage to go situations.
And that was a big point with Cody Cameron this week, creating those third and short conversions. And Desert Edge has not been able to do that, and that's part of the reason for the score here.
So it'll be second and a long 12. Wander takes a shotgun snap. He drops back to pass. Got an unimpeded rusher coming, and he's dropped. A big-time sack deep in the backfield by Gage Wilcock.
Gage Wilcock again. He is having an unbelievable second half. He's been a nightmare to Cordero, as we said, and now getting in the face of Hezekiah Melender for a huge sack.
We've got a Desert Edge Scorpion down just inside the 15. Looks like an offensive lineman. Stop the clock and delay this third down and very long. Training staff out there attending to him. We'd like to thank Tight Seal, another big-time sponsor of this broadcast and this program. Tight Seal Insulation. You've got a leak, Tight Seal has a solution. They'll seal it. This is what happens when I go off script. They're not all 10s. But thank you, Tight Seal.
Very surprised to see the all-out blitz right there from Highland. Bring in a linebacker, bring in a DB to try to bring Melender down. And it was successful. You don't see a ton of blitzing from this Farrell defense, especially from the back secondary players. But right there pays off. It pays off big. Third and forever for Desert Edge, backed up against their own end zone.
So it'll be third and about 20. Maybe about 24, 25.
Line to gain of the 31. They're starting around their own 6.
Melender takes the snap, drops back to pass from his own end zone. Fires over the middle. Got a man. Pass is broken up. A nice play there by Joseph Allen, who got there at the same time as the ball and forced the incompletion.
Yeah, looking for his man, Vinny Mansfield, there over the middle. Would have taken about 15 yards out of that deficit, but Joseph Allen, a senior defensive back, having none of it. And now we're going to see a punt deep in Desert Edge's, likely in the end zone. Be interesting to see what kind of rush is thrown at them if Brock Farrell looks to get a punt block here.
A very uncomfortable punt. Highland's been on the doorstep of getting a block all night. So right now it might be the time to bring the house as Cole Crandall all the way on the plus 45 and creeping even further for this return.
Gonna whistle here.
Let's talk about it. It's going to be a false start.
Wow.
Maybe a delay of game. Couldn't exactly tell, but nonetheless, it'll back them up half the distance to the goal.
That's even worse for Desert Edge because the punt is now even more uncomfortable. You have less room to traverse and get that leg out. It's going to bring Cole Crandall in a couple yards as the deep man, and Desert Edge in a lot of trouble here. They got to get this one off.
Snap is good. Kick is away, just away. And it takes a Desert Edge bounce. It's going to roll all the way out to the 41-yard line. So all in all, a decent punt for Desert Edge, but a very short field Highland's going to work with. 10 minutes to go in this game. Highland leads by 7. They've got a 40-yard drive ahead of them to try to extend that.
And it's going to be crucial here for Highland to find a way to get some points here. With the way that they've been given short fields with Desert Edge turnovers, including the onside kick, they have not been able to really convert on what they've been given by Desert Edge, and they're going to need to take this one to the bank here. They are going to really put the foot on the throat and start to warm the buses a little bit.
Walter in the gun. Cawthon to his left. He rolls out left, looking to throw. He will, going deep, and almost caught. Just off the fingertips of Cody Collimore, who had to step on his man down the field.
Yeah, another nice rollout there by Joseph Walter, and he had Cody Collimore downfield, just left it a little bit too high for number 26, couldn't bring it down. Interesting to see if they run out another pass play here or continue to ride their horses of Molyneux and Falgrady. Couple substitutions made for Highland on offense.
Walter under center. 2nd and 10 snap, waiting Molyneux deep in the backfield. The give is to Molyneux, who takes it straight up the gut, gains just a few yards before he's swallowed up. That'll bring up 3rd down, about 8 yards to go.
Again, Highland being given these short fields and not taking advantage of it has been a big reason for why Desert Edge is hanging around in this game as we get into the 4th quarter. And it could be a disastrous point for Brock Farrell to look at the film this week should Highland not come away with a victory tonight.
Molyneux deep in the backfield again. Walter still under center. Asking for the snap. Hard counts. Doesn't get anybody to bite. Looks back to the sideline. Play clock down under 5. Walter takes the snap. Gives to Molyneux, who goes up the gut. He's got some running room, and he's got enough for a 1st down. A beautiful 3rd down run by Carson Molyneux. Moves the chains for Highland.
Yeah, they must have heard me up here, Jack, talking how they have not been taking those short fields being given to them. Carson Molyneux takes those words in one ear and out the other and takes it up the gut for about 10 or 15 yards there.
And the clock continues to roll now down inside 9 minutes. Highland content to use a lot of this play clock with a 7-point lead, threatening to make it more now inside the 30. 1st and 10 from just outside the 25. Puts a man in motion now in a shotgun snap, takes it, gives to Molyneux again, who cuts outside, headed towards the sideline. Carson Molyneux running with friends. Picks up about 7 on the play.
A little bit of funny business going on after the whistle is blown, but Highland gets another couple yards there, and pretty close, I would say, within Crew Crockett's field goal range.
So certainly within the range that they feel comfortable running Crew Crockett out there, but they've got their eyes on the end zone. And Carson Molyneux, we don't have the live stats in front of us, but he's got to be at or around 100 yards.
Certainly, Jack, especially in this second half where he has really gotten comfortable with Joseph Walter, and his offensive line has been clearing the way for him, and he has taken over.
Molyneux remains in the game. 2nd down and about 4. Walter under center. Takes the snap. Fakes the handoff to Molyneux. Now looking to throw. Got a man in the flat. Makes a catch for a nice gain. That's the tight end, Jacob Soul, picking up enough for a 1st down. So Highland moves the chains again. and perhaps more importantly continues to milk that clock.
Yeah, not surprised to see play action there, Jack, but Jacob Soul with a bit of a conservative route with a flat to the left side out of the tight end spot. He had some green grass in front of him, but a shoestring tackle by Desert Edge keeps him there, but the chains do move.
Highland now hurries up to the line, 1st and 10 from just outside the 15. Now it's Chance Cawthon in the backfield. Walter in no hurry, gets under center, puts a man in motion. Takes the snap, turns and gives to Cawthon, who runs left. Got a couple blockers. Chance Cawthon inside the 5, inside, and a touchdown. Chance Cawthon from 15 yards out scores for Highland and caps a very efficient drive, Scott, that feels like it could be a dagger.
Yes, sir, with about 7 minutes to go in this game. Great job there by Highland running back Chance Cawthon. Being patient, not turning on the Jets until he saw he had that running room. He goes right through it, too quick and too powerful to let anyone take him down, and Highland in cruise control in the 4th quarter.
Highland leads now 19-6 with the PAT pending. Snap is good, hold is good, and the kick is good. Crew Crockett bangs through his 2nd extra point of the night. It's a 20-6 lead. Highland goes up by 14. 7 minutes and 12 seconds to go.
Massive breakthrough there for Highland. They've been given short fields a good amount of tonight. They finally take advantage of it and punch it through, and Desert Edge is on the ropes.
We'll once again take this opportunity to thank East Valley Periodontics. Dr. Scott Price and Aaron Nelson understand that you have been referred to us for a very specific problem, whether related to your periodontal health or for dental implants. Our highly skilled doctors and team members are here to meet all your needs with the excellent care you expect and deserve. They have several treatment options available to you depending on your unique oral health situation, including bone grafts, dental implants, and much more. Today is a great day to start your future of ideal oral health. Please feel free to contact their Mesa Dental office or their Queen Creek Dental office to schedule an appointment with Dr. Scott Price, Morley Smith, or Aaron Nelson. Call them today. Thank you, East Valley Periodontics, for supporting Highland Hawk football and this broadcast.
I wonder what kind of support Desert Edge is getting from the coaching staff right now with 7 minutes to go here in the 4th quarter. Down 2 scores when you have 1 score all game. The morale has got to be rather low on the far sideline, and they're going to need a quick change of events if they want to keep themselves unblemished on the loss column this season.
Our friend in the vest, it is a member of the Sports 360 team I've just found, did some Big J reporting here.
Absolutely. Jack Loader with the play-by-play and the insides. Man of many talents.
And we're just about ready to go.
And now you'd think that the sense of urgency has to be there with Desert Edge. You really let Millender let it fly.
So Highland now sitting on a comfortable 14-point lead, ready to kick it away to Desert Edge. Safe to say Desert Edge absolutely needs to score a touchdown on this drive, Scott.
Without a doubt, Jack Loader. They are down 20-6. That is 2 touchdowns, including the extra points, which they have not attempted tonight, worth noting. And this is, without a doubt, this drive is going to decide the game. They need points, preferably a touchdown, to keep themselves with a steady heartbeat.
Crockett's kick is away, another pooch kick. This one will be fielded nicely by Desert Edge. Trying to switch the field is the return man Gibson, and he's got some room to run. Cuts back upfield, and still on his feet is Gibson, who will be swallowed up around the 30-yard line. So a lot of running for number 21, but not a whole lot of north-south real estate to show for it.
Yeah, a little bit of east-west action. Sometimes that can get you that north-south lane, but it does not this time, as it's brought down by the Highland special teams. Got to think that Desert Edge is going to open the playbook here.
So just under 7 minutes. And I'd like to thank Damage Control and Restoration. Fire, water, mold, asbestos, structure, you name it, they've got it. DC Restoration, your friends, keeping your home safe from the enemies that you can't necessarily see.
Single back here for Desert Edge. 3 wide to the left, 1 to the right.
Melender in the backfield takes a shotgun snap, looking to throw. Pressure coming. Melender can't get out of it. He goes down. It's going to be another sack for this Highland defense. Gage Wilcock with another sack.
What a second half for the senior linebacker, making his presence known on the quarterback just as much as on the running back.
Melender so evasive in the first half, has not been able to sneak around that persistent Highland pass rush in the latter part of this football game.
And that's what they do. They wear you down. That's part of the Highland defense mantra.
Melender in the gun again, takes the snap, gives to Cordero, who runs left towards the sideline. Got a little bit of running route, but he's swallowed up too. Nothing doing on the first 2 downs for Desert Edge. Exactly what the doctor did not order for the Scorpion offense.
Yeah, trying to use the sidelines again with Cordero, but Highland so adept at adapting to the plays that they see a lot. Brock Farrell gets his players prepared better than anybody else, and Cordero has been neutralized thus far in this second half.
Scott, it's going to be 3rd down and 11. An obvious passing situation. Can this Desert Edge offensive line hold up against the Highland pass rush? Looks like Highland's going to drop 7 or 8 men into coverage here. Wander motions Cordero out left. He's back to pass. Steps up in the pocket, looking to throw over the middle. And miscommunication on the route. Ball falls harmlessly incomplete. And Desert Edge likely is going to have to punt the ball away unless they really want to try to gamble here on 4th and long.
Yeah, he was looking for Manny Ramirez for the first time tonight, the sophomore wide receiver, but it looked like he might have slipped and lost his footing as the ball finds a spot where Ramirez should have been. 4th and 11 in your own territory usually warrants a punt, but down 2 scores with 5.5 minutes to play. You got to send your offense back out, I would imagine.
It looks like that's what Desert Edge is doing. Offense still on the field. They're going to go for this 4th and 11 from their own 30. Wander back to pass. Steps up, looking to throw. Now he scrambles again, being chased, and he's going to get swallowed up and dropped. That's a sack. The ball's going to go over on downs, and this one just about on ice for Highland.
Yeah, that's a killer right there. Melender, he kind of escaped from the left side pressure, moved back to the near sideline, expecting he would have some time to find a target, but Cooper Scott relentless in his pursuit, getting in there and bringing him down. The Highland offense is going to take over deep in Desert Edge territory with this game nearly under wraps.
Highland's going to look to milk some clock as well as go these 27 yards. 5:20 to go, and barring a turnover and a spark for Desert Edge, this game just about decided, Scott.
Yes, sir.
Walter under center, takes the snap, gives straight up the middle. Gain of about 4 yards on the play. Hard hit. Ball carrier was Eli Kirby, getting his first action of the night. So Brock Farrell echoing our sentiment with his actions, emptying the bench a little bit.
Yes, sir. The clock continues to run. Desert Edge with 2 timeouts at this stage of the game, down 2 scores, 5 minutes. I would consider maybe taking 1 or 2 because you need that time on the clock a lot more than you need those timeouts right now.
Kirby remains in the backfield. 2nd down and about 6. Under center is Walter. Takes the snap, gives to Kirby again, runs up the middle, got some running room. Eli Kirby cuts outside, 5, 10. He is in for the touchdown. His first varsity touchdown officially ends this ball game. He gets greeted by a host of Highland Hawk teammates, and Highland's blown this one open late.
We'll talk about a first impression, Jack Loader. Eli Kirby, the junior back in his first varsity appearance for the Hawks, gets a nice gain in his first carry and then takes it to the house in his second, and it's 26-6. This game is virtually out of reach for Desert Edge, and it's thanks to the junior running back who just came on the field. Crockett knocks in the extra point, and we'll make it a 21-point lead for the Hawks with 4.5 to go.
Drew Crockett, 3 for 3 now. 4.5 to go, Scott, as you mentioned. This one now in the books.
We'll never say never, Jack. There's a lot of time. Now, there's some time, but down 3 scores with 2 timeouts.
There is some time. Not a lot, but some.
The game is not over until the clock says 0-0-0.
Right you are, buddy.
And Desert Edge is going to have to take it all the way down there if they want to have any chance of winning this game. But the Highland sidelines, Highland fans can sense their second victory of the season and a perfect start to their home opener. Bit of a delay here with the kickoff again.
Drew Crockett ready to kick it away. 4:31 on the game clock.
I think that's Preston Bryce out there, the usual punter. It's going to send this one long.
Crockett getting a breather, perhaps?
Looks like it. Ready on the right, ready on the left.
To kick this one, booted deep for the first time tonight. Desert Edge better hope this finds the end zone. Does not initially. Desert Edge falls on it inside the 5-yard line, though, so it acts as a punt. And special teams for Desert Edge, not something that the Scorpions can hang their hat on tonight.
No, for sure. They've had they gave up a kickoff to Highland after not recovering it, and they came close to giving them another one right there. Letting it bounce on the kickoff is never the greatest idea, but Desert Edge seemingly willing to play it off the bounce and risk Highland recovering it. That bit them in the third quarter and then almost bit them right here.
Just too many mistakes for Desert Edge tonight. They're a talented team, but when you play a team like Highland with such continuity in its program, they're so disciplined. Actually, they haven't been as disciplined as we've known them to be tonight, but they've been talented enough, and they've been helped out by Desert Edge penalties and mistakes like the one you just mentioned enough. Still be in position to come out with what has turned into an almost blowout win.
Yeah, definitely a good sign for this Highland team that they know that they didn't play their best and they're still winning comfortably against a very good Desert Edge team.
Melander in the gun, standing right about on his own goal line. Puts a man in motion. Now drop back to pass. Quick toss over towards the sideline. Got a man there. Just about enough for first down yardage. Will they move the chains? Not quite. It's going to be second down. Pass was caught by Vinny Mansfield.
And they've been using Mansfield on the sidelines a lot today, and he's been good at keeping the ball secured once he makes the catch and getting those toes in bounds. Fortunately, has not translated to the scoreboard. Single back is Cordero.
In the gun, Melander takes the snap, dropping back to pass. Throwing over the middle into traffic. Incomplete. Was intended for Dylan Carrier.
Yeah, overthrows Carrier again there. We've seen that a couple times now with Melander showing off that big arm, but just giving a little too much air under the ball with incomplete passes that could have been some significant gains for the Scorpions.
So second and 10 now. Cordero remains in the backfield. Melander asking for the snap. Play clock down inside 10. He's got it. Drops back to pass again. Looking to throw. Now he'll tuck it and run towards the left sideline and get out of bounds after a gain of about 6.
Yeah, not really looking for the quarterback runs at this point in time, considering the score.
I'm perfectly content to let Melander have that all night.
Yeah, of course, with this kind of lead. With the only positive really being, other than the yardage, with the clock stopping for Desert Edge, but really trying to look for the big gains. But the Highland secondary, so much of it is back from last year. They're very experienced, staying with their assignments and making life tough for Melander tonight.
Third down and about 4, obvious 4-down territory for Desert Edge. Shotgun snap, pass out towards the sideline left. Catch is made and out of bounds is a Desert Edge Scorpion. That's number 13, Johnny Arvala.
Yeah, but these short gains on the sideline, it's not going to give you much right now, Jack. Down 3 scores, clock dwindling underneath 4 minutes.
The clock running outside of 2 minutes on a first down, or on a play out of bounds. I think Desert Edge waving the white flag here, certainly, but they want to get down the field. They'd love to get in the end zone again.
Certainly would look good for the stat sheet after 100 points for.
First down snap. Back to pass again is Melander. He's going to look deep right. Another tangled up situation between the receiver and the back. Ball goes out of bounds. Vinny Mansfield frustrated with how that play worked out.
Yeah, I think there might have been a miscommunication there. Mansfield obviously upset over there with the ball being sent out of bounds. Might have had to have him make a cut towards the sideline there that was not ironed out in the play sheet. We'll bring up second down here with 3:23 on the clock.
2nd and 10. Cordero flanked to the right. Melender sprints right, passes out left. It's caught, but for a minimal gain by Johnny Arvalo. Clock continues to run. Desert Edge may have used one of those timeouts. Not sure why the clock stopped. Looks like it was a completed pass.
And must not have held it.
They're running the clock now. Inside of 3 minutes on the third down snap. It's 3rd and short. Melender's going to keep it, and he's going to easily pick up first down yardage. Gets out across the 40, and he's hit pretty hard after gaining the first down.
And he got clobbered there by a group of black and teal shirts coming down on him. He got the first down to move the chains, but the clock is still going with it. And Desert Edge, like you said, Jack, seemingly willing to let this game get away as there's not much of a sense of urgency here.
Inside 240. Zeki Melender takes a shotgun snap, back to pass, will throw out right. Got a man. Good yardage after the catch as well from Vinny Mansfield, who picks up a first down and gets out of bounds.
And Mansfield, who was upset there after the last play, making up for it right there with a nice little cut route, jumping away from a defender and getting out of bounds. First down and clock stopped for Desert Edge. Then you would think it's delaying the inevitable at this point, but maybe some hope.
All right, they want to feel good about the end of this ball game if they could get in the end zone, put up double digits on a stout defense like Highland. I think they'd be content with that given the circumstances now. Still not going to make that long bus ride back to Goodyear any that much more pleasant, but nonetheless, the shotgun snap taken by Melander, who's looking to throw. He's going to air one out deep, looking for the end zone. They get tangled up. No flag comes out. Looks like it was inadvertent contact. And the ball falls harmlessly incomplete.
Yeah, going deep there was Johnny Arvalo, and going right there with him, that was Danny Hurst, having some of his first appearances of the night. And nothing foul about that play right there. Just the receiver and corner colliding, both looking for the ball. No fault of either, as it falls harmlessly, despite Arvalo seemingly on the range to about to have some space.
So 2nd and 10 now from the Highland 45. 2 minutes and 20 seconds to go in the ball game. And it's going to be a defensive timeout by Highland. Interesting call there from Coach Farrell.
Very interesting. 2 minutes and 21 seconds here on the clock. And facing second down, Desert Edge doesn't even use their own timeouts. So interesting choice there by Coach Farrell. Looking maybe to not give Desert Edge that confidence boost of the double-digit points. This is a Scorpions offense that put up 100 points in their first 2 games, and they've been held to 6 tonight, so unbelievable defensive effort by Highland.
Everyone getting into it now. Highland feeling this W.
Student section getting a little rowdy here to finish off the night. Sure to be some celebrations along the Highland Public School area here in Gilbert tonight.
Nice work out there, offense.
See what Desert Edge goes with here on 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10. Melender wants the snap. He's got it. Drops back to pass. Bull rush coming around the outside. He gets out of there, escapes, and he's going to be able to get to the sideline with a good pickup. So Melender showing a flash with the legs.
That last reach got him the first down as well.
Picks up a good chunk.
Oh, maybe not.
As he stepped out of bounds right before.
You got to watch the white paint there on the sideline. Instead of a chain movement, it is now 3rd and 2. As it looks like the Highland student section believes they will win.
Shotgun snap taken by Melender. He was looking to throw. Throws over the middle. It's going to be incomplete.
Yeah,
that's going to bring up a short 4th down.
Looking for Mansfield again. And Cash Colmore was within range to maybe get that off the tip drill, but a little too much velocity on it. So it falls to the ground and ends the play. 2:07 to go. 4th and 1 for Desert Edge. If they were to not convert, it would probably be the last time they touch the ball on offense tonight.
Desert Edge milking every last second out of this one, trying to get in the end zone, trying to leave this game on a positive. Highland on a 21-point lead. The game is over. If not for Desert Edge trying to sprint out right, that's Melender who's going to pick up first down yardage. Just barely he got it. Keeps this drive alive.
First down.
Moves the chains. 2 minutes to go.
If you're a Desert Edge fan, you've been wondering where's this been all night. We've only found the end zone just once. With the way that they've been going in this drive, certainly maybe the foot has come off the gas a little bit for Highland, but been able to move the ball well and efficiently here in this drive, but seemingly all for naught as the clock is now down to 1 minute and 45 seconds.
Desert Edge at the 33. Melender in the gun as he's been all night. Cordero behind him. Takes a snap, dropping back to pass. He's going to instead tuck it and run. Still behind the line. Now he commits to the run, and he gets swallowed up after gaining about 6 yards on first down. Clock will continue to run.
Tackle made by Ethan Clement there in the second level. Four wide, 1 man in the backfield. We have a minute on the clock.
Under takes it, sprints right, looking to throw. Will throw out towards the sideline, got a man. Hits him out of bounds. It'll pick up about 15 yards for a first down there inside the Highland 20-yard line.
Yeah, first catch of the day from Manny Ramirez there down by the sideline. Getting out of bounds, the clock stops. About 48 seconds on there with a couple of milliseconds for change. As Highland is looking to slide their way to victory here at the end.
1st and 10 from the 16-yard line. Melender ready for the snap. Cordero to his left. Takes the snap, sprints out left. He's going to get hit in the backfield and dropped. And that'll just about do it. The Scorpions will have time for one more snap.
Cooper Scott again, and if that is not an illustration of how the night has gone for Desert Edge, I don't know what it is.
Desert Edge takes a timeout. 35 seconds on the clock. Folks following the game will go down to Cam Minor. He'll have an interview. We'd like to thank the United States Welding Corporation, another sponsor of this broadcast, and Weech Financial. Weech into your pocketbooks. Partner with Weech. So a timeout with 35 seconds is what Desert Edge has elected to do.
Rather interesting call.
Not what I would do, but it's what Desert Edge has done.
Yep. Desert Edge maybe looking to use that timeout about 5 minutes of game clock ago when it was just a one-score game still, but now determined to not leave this field here in Gilbert with a sour taste in their mouth, despite the loss seemingly impending. Cooper Scott made that sack. He's been everywhere tonight for the Hawks.
35 seconds. Melender in the gun. Takes the snap, sprinting out left, looking to throw. Now he squares up. All kinds of time, throwing towards the end zone into double coverage. Catch is made, but it's outside the back of the end zone. So that'll be third down. 8 seconds run off the clock.
Yeah, Dylan Carrier had one or two guys on him there, but ball put in the spot where only the tight end can get it, and he makes a catch, but no room for his feet. And 3rd and 18 coming up with 27 seconds left in the game.
So, Scott, Highland, what did you see tonight that you liked from the Hawks in terms of coming out in the second half and taking control of this game?
I was impressed with the sense of urgency they seemingly had to get things right straight out of the gate. Not a lot went right offensively in the first half, but Carson Molyneux fixed that right away coming out. Their offense seemed much more fluid and much more balanced in the second half. And they'll look to continue that into the coming weeks as the defense we've seen, they seem to have not missed a step from last year. And the offense with some growing pains, a new quarterback, some new wide receivers, new running back. There was still some kinks to iron out, but it looks like they got that done here in the second half as they're going to pick up their second win of the season. Desert Edge elects to use their final timeout, it looks like.
And this time another timeout from Edge. They are desperate to keep this game going and extend that long bus ride to Goodyear into later into the night.
Yeah, maybe getting ahead of some of the Highland players a little bit. That, you might have gotten the upper hand on us tonight, but we're going to make sure that you're going to waste a little bit of time out here on the field.
Back on the ball is Melender. First notes of Sweet Caroline pumping through the speakers here.
Love to hear this as a Northeastern man.
Quickly cut off as the snap is impending. Melender splits out left. He's sprinting. He's going to look to throw. Squares up, finds a man, falls incomplete. We're going to bring up 4th down.
Yeah, through the hands of Dylan Carrier there.
And Sweet Caroline comes back on. So looking ahead, Scott, for Highland, with this win under their belt, they'll go to 2-1. Next week, they are at Brophy College Prep. We'll be there with you.
Should be a very intriguing game with one of the better football schools in the state of Arizona. And certainly some good mojo for Highland to take into Brophy.
Desert Edge is going to get a delay a game here because they don't have a timeout. That's going to be another delay. Not sure why that happened.
Again, maybe just a
delay
mind game.
They'll back them up.
Good time seems so good here in Highland tonight. They advance back to 2-1 with a 1-0 record here at the Hawks Nest, where they suffered just one loss a year ago.
Melender on 4th down. Sprints out left, squaring up. Pass rush coming. Looking towards the end zone. He will fire to the end zone into coverage. It's going to be picked off. And Highland's going to win this game. A clean hit at the end of the play by Evan Sparks. Highland's going to take over just outside the end zone. Be one snap and a kneel, and Highland's going to win this game.
Yeah, and that was Jason Need on the interception to finish it off. That was a very perfect metaphor for tonight's game when Desert Ridge came in with their high-flying offense, looking to put up points, and they were looking to do that right there, and Highland said nope with the game-winning interception, and Highland is one kneel down from victory here.
So Highland wins this ball game 27-6. We're going to head down to Cameron Minor right after the game. He's going to have a couple interviews for you. And we'll wrap things up here from Gilbert. Highland on the winning side in their home opener. The state champions return home and get a win on their home field. Brock Farrell wants a timeout.
Maybe
I'm at a loss for. I don't know what he could possibly want to talk about. But nonetheless, he uses all his timeouts.
Maybe he's making sure that they don't knee it in the end zone here and take the safety that would give Desert Edge 2 extra points and force another kickoff. The Sweet Caroline resumes here in Highland regardless.
Both teams retreat to the sideline.
Maybe a bit of like a personal timeout there, as Desert Edge has been delaying this game and keeping it going despite seemingly being out of it here late in this quarter. So maybe Farrell's sticking it back to them. But with a guy that's so focused and so prepared, you'd think it is strategic.
So now Highland back on the field.
Looks like Joseph Walters trying to practice his kneel down, trying to have as little backward movement as possible.
Got a 3-hour football game tonight. Highland will kneel on it and get the win. There it is. So the Hawks officially now win the ball game. We'll wait for Cam Miner to talk to Coach Brock Farrell. The teams will shake hands. And Scott, we saw a pretty profound statement from Highland tonight.
Yes, we did, Jack. They came out here after a tough loss a week ago in which they were defeated by an out-of-state opponent. Some that would take some mojo out of your sails and wind out of your sails, but Highland undeterred coming out of that loss. They had a bit of a slow start. They came back in the second half, got that offensive game going with running the ball, with Molinall really just opening up this scoreboard. The defense was consistent all game, and a nice win for Highland here as they get back to a winning record.
Highland student section semi-flooding onto the field. Not sure why that's happening.
Yeah, first time of the year. They haven't done it in quite some time. Maybe trying to just getting it going again.
Cameron Miner will be standing by with Coach Farrell, cornerback Joseph Allen, and one player to be named later before the end of this broadcast. And then we'll call it a night from Gilbert. Highland wins at 27-6. Not much more to say because we spent the last 4 game minutes kind of breaking down the game.
Yes, sir.
Wasn't banking on the last 4 minutes taking 30, but that's why we stay on our feet and broadcast, Scott.
Yeah, with the victory, Desert Edge moves. With the victory, Desert Edge suffers the loss, moving down to 2-1. Their previous point differential of plus 85 through 2 games takes quite the hit tonight, as now they're, instead of 100 points being scored for them the last 2 weeks, they managed just 6 against this stout Highland defense, and 27 points put up by the Hawks, nearly double what they've allowed in their 2 games before today, which was 15. All-around performance from Highland in the second half. Like we said, took a little while to get that offense going, but the defense and Coach Lyons there from the jump to dominate.
Again, as we wrap up here, environmental drain and odor control. They are hydrojetting specialists and are highly skilled and trained to jet and clean all pipes, drains, and main lines. They are experts in sewer odor solvers. They can locate, find, fix, and prevent sewer odors from inside and outside your business. They were established in 1998 and are family-owned and operated and are still going strong with the customer-first mentality. East Valley Periodontics, Dr. Scott Rice and Aaron Nelson understand that you have been referred to us for a very specific problem, whether related to your periodontal health or for dental implants. Our highly skilled doctors and team members are here to meet all your needs with the excellent care you expect and deserve. They do their best to meet all your periodontal needs. They have several treatment options available to you depending on your unique oral health situation, including, but not limited to, bone grafts, dental implants, and much more. Today is a great day to start your future of ideal oral health. please feel free to contact their Mesa Dental office or our Queen Creek Dental office to schedule an appointment with Dr. Scott Price, Morley Smith, or Aaron Nelson. Call them today. Finally, Paul Kelly. For more than 15 years, Dr. Kelly has earned the trust of dentists, physicians, and patients in the East Valley. He's known as a leader in the specialty. That's why he's consistently been named the top oral surgeon by Phoenix Magazine by his peers and colleagues. His personal approach is what separates him from others. He's created a warm, comfortable environment where he can diagnose and treat patients of all ages. As a board-certified oral and maxillofacial surgeon, Dr. Kelly also diagnoses and treats facial pain and facial injuries. Plus, he performs a full range of oral surgery and facial surgery procedures, including wisdom teeth removal, bone grafting, and dental implant placement. Dr. Kelly was named a journal reviewer for the Journal of Prosthodontics, reviewing surgical-related articles for publication. He provides the highest quality oral surgery care for his patients. You can trust Dr. Kelly to provide you with outstanding care. Cam Miner still standing by, and looks like he's ready. We'll go to Cam with Coach Farrell now.
Give me a second.
No problem. The tight ends are both the linemen.
Yeah, we can go a little closer. We can go like right here in the 30.
I'm gonna go with him and her and you. Good job, bro. We're not going away from the pass. So keep it up.
This is good right here.
He was just there. All right.
Down on the field with Coach. Coach, we talked at halftime. What did you tell the team in the locker room? It's like they came out with a burst of energy, changed the whole game.
I just said, hey, I think we're more physical and we're going to lean on them a little bit. And then I just said, defense, keep doing what you're doing. We made a little bit of adjustments, but not much. Mostly we just knew we had to. It was kind of like a heavyweight fight. We took some body shots in the first half, and they paid off later in the second half.
You guys just beat a real physical, real good ball club. What do you have to tell your team going into future games to come out with that energy in the beginning instead of waiting until the second half?
Well, you said it, man. For some reason, we don't start off real fast. We haven't in the first 3 games. We'll try to practice more, starting fast in practice, but until they figure it out, it's their team. So I'm gonna coach them till I can't breathe or talk anymore. Right. But they just need to figure it out.
And it seems like things started to click on the offensive end with the quarterbacks and receivers and really the running backs. What do you think needs to happen just with the confidence level with them, just for them to feel comfortable out there together?
Well, I think it was good for Joe to have some success. He threw the ball. I think tonight was his best night throwing the ball overall. So I think him having success moving forward is going to be really good for him. And then our guys just believe they can make plays finally. So that was the touchdown pass. I think let the floodgates open. That was a big weight lifted off everybody, so there you go.
And then last question for you. You had some of the alumni come back, like Gage, previous quarterback. You had Steven, previous running back. What's that like when you see your guys after the high school? Because, it's bigger than football.
I love it, man. I want an environment where my kids can hang out, alumni can come back, and that people just love being here. So it's a great place.
Congratulations on the win, Coach.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
All righty, back up here, and we are shutting it down for the night. Unless Cam has one more. He's looking for one more.
Not sure if he'll be able to track down who he's looking for down there. And
Cam's in a sea of Highland Hawks.
Yeah, there's a mess of Hawks down there as the nest moves its way down to the field.
From Gilbert, Arizona, Highland 27. Desert Edge 6, with Scott Sanduli and Lewis McCurley, Austin Denning. We've got Cameron Miner down there, a couple camera guys up top. We'll get everybody's name all squared away on the next broadcast. I want to give everybody their due credit. And we are saying goodnight from Gilbert, Arizona. This has been Highland Hawks football. The Hawks win their home opener. We'll see you next week.